Okay, we're recording.
So, previously, we were all in Yoxol. Is that how you pronounced it?
Shuxenham.
I don't care. Okay, fine. Cool. We were all in a town that was known for its hot springs. We all booked ourselves a night in this lovely inn that was known for its hot springs because we all needed to decompress. And then we woke up in the middle of the night and it was on fire. This was great. This was fine. Each of us was being attacked by a mephit. Alex and Nin were in a room together. Jules and Nagi were in a room together. And I don't think Ix had a roommate.
Neither did Granny either.
Ix, Irene, and Asta were all on their own. But don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% certain.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Each of us were being attacked by lava mephits. When you killed them, they exploded. This was great fun because most of us turned out to be melee. We managed to handle the particular mephits. Jules tries to do a run and finds himself basically face to face with a big fuck of fire snake.
Holy shit!
Hello, PK.
Hello!
Right!
Oh my god. Hi. Okay.
Jules gets knocked out by big fuck off fire snake. Astra emerges from his room, gets Jules back up. And then Ixalia and Irene end up meeting up and making their way out towards the side entrance near the stables. They have to deal with a couple of lava mephits and snakes as well, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. So, Nin, Julius, and Nagi end up following Asta.
Yes, because the lad looks like he knows where he's going.
We followed the baby.
Yep.
Down and out the front door. There was a bit of a confrontation with, I think, 2 mephits in a room, and then, a fire snake and a couple of mephits. It was all fine. We actually managed to get out fairly flawlessly. The poor family who ran this establishment were deeply upset, understandably. And some various, mage and adventure types start showing up and doing fire damage. Jules sneaks back in to see if he can find a cause. Finds that that down near the hot springs room, there's a big fuck off fire thing and 2 more fire snakes. Goes back to get us. Nagi tries to get someone else to handle it. That does not work. We then ignore the possible chance to rest that we could have gotten, by the way. Go down, handle it. Irene and Alex get knocked out. But restabilized. We managed to deal with it, and it looks like there was a crack in the magma vent that caused it. We all get rooms comped at the other inn in town, and we just kind of piled up in a room and fell asleep. And yeah, we didn't actually introduce ourselves in canon yet. I think that's...
Does anyone have anything to add or contradict?
I mean, Julius didn't go to sleep right away. He kind of just, sat out in the open.
Yeah, neither did Asta.
Yeah.
Asta was probably the second last to sleep.
Alright, congratulations. Joe is the first recipient of the recap inspiration.
Respiration.
Are you giving, is it, still capped at a single inspiration, or is it,
Yes, it is capped at single.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
Ren, I heard you wanted to make a roll. You wanted to look at something? Julius wanted to...
I think it was, he wanted to do
Holy symbol.
a look at the symbols, see if he recognized them.
He
Ones that Astra's had?
Yeah, he wanted to do a sneaky little look at Asta's holy symbol.
Alright, make a sleight of hand check.
Alright. I need to roll for that. Where are my dice? They're over here. Why did I not have them? I had all this time to set it up. I can roll, though. I have them right here. Luckily, they don't leave my bed.
You could also roll with roll 20.
Oh,
Are we
shit,
rolling through roll 20 or physical dice? I don't fucking know.
Roll 20, please.
I'm so used to rolling with a different thing. Hold on. I can
Roll 20, please.
Yeah. Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand. Yes.
7.
Oof.
What's your passive, Aster?
It's probably good enough to see him.
While he's asleep, 8.
Ooh.
Shit. Well,
Jules, as you lean down to try to like pull this sleeping child's necklace out of his shirt,
Which is a very normal thing to do.
your hand slips a little bit and you end up tugging a little bit too hard. Aster, kind of at the edges of your consciousness, you just feel like a little something shift.
So I'm just deciding how he. No, I know how he. The eyes go open and he sort of reaches out to grab it, whatever it is, because this has been a hell of a day and he's in fight mode.
Julius, this kid reaches out and grabs your hand, and it is stronger and faster than you expected.
he kind of like stops with his hand clutched around the amulet. What is he gonna do? Hold on, I need to think about what this guy does.
I think Asta kind of pauses and you watch the look soften a bit and, can I help you? The grip is still on your wrist, by the way.
Yeah, you just go back to sleep. I was just curious about a thought I had. Don't worry, and he like lets go of it, but like pats it safely away on your person. Just says, yeah, you can go back to bed. And he just like scratches the back of his neck.
I mean, it's not that much for Mr. What God I work for, if you really want to know. But ask in the morning.
He doesn't reply to that. He'll just go slump against a wall. One knee up, a leg down, tail wrapped around his leg.
Jules, you did get a little bit of a look at it. I'd let you roll a religion check at disadvantage. Your
Okay.
DC will be pretty high.
That's okay. I will do it at disadvantage.
I also love that the rogue was minding their own business. Like,
Oh, Julius! God damn it! It's a 25 you could have had, lad! That was a natural 20, what the fuck?
It is certainly a holy symbol. You remember Koo saying something about a lotus, maybe? Or like a flower like it? It feels important, but you can't put your finger on it.
He just kind of like huffs and like does his whole his tail curl around his leg.
as he sulks.
Yeah, he just kind of like
like a cat.
he just like finds an opposite corner from you and just sits there and like ponders for a minute, just tucked in his jacket.
Oh.
Unless anyone else wants to commit bastardry, I think the night passes fine.
Can't commit bastardry if you're unconscious.
I would say that Nin probably falls asleep in the common room, but she's
Nin-
not like leaving.
Oh yes, one other thing to add to the recap. Nin was people watching in the new inn and encountered a creepy, lanky elf playing flute music.
By the
Because I don't know how I forgot it.
Oh yeah.
Julius had gone out there with Nin for a while,
Yeah.
but I assume he went back in the room to just
Like I
cut
think she
his
just
grass.
straight up fell asleep at like on like a table or something.
Yeah.
Ixalia is tucked in a secure corner where she isn't going to be surprised and can hear people approaching and has walls to her back.
Nagi kind of took up the floor because Irene and Alec got the beds because they were the unconscious ones.
Yep.
Bless.
But
To
yeah,
be fair, you probably could have fit someone else on Irene's bed.
Yeah, Irene takes up like a quarter of the bed at most.
it's fine. You have a bed. You're a grandma.
Bless.
The morning,
True.
the morning comes, and Nin, you are sort of shaken awake a little bit after dawn by one of the tavern workers.
Hmm.
Hi, miss.
Yeah.
We're gonna get ready for breakfast.
Oh, okay. And then she just she falls back asleep.
No, miss.
Yeah.
You're with the people who dealt with the fire last night, right? The people who fought the elemental?
Yeah, one of them.
Okay, great. The watch captain came by, said the people who owned the hot springs inn are willing to pay for y'all's breakfast.
Oh. And she perks right up.
I guess it'd be really great if you could let your friends know to just kind of sit at the same table so we can get everyone breakfast and not accidentally.
Oh, I don't know them, but okay.
She looks a little taken aback by this. Well, your companions then? You know who I mean. And
The weird people, yeah.
People.
The weird people.
The weird.
Okay, and she points to one of the tables in the corner that's like one of the ones with the big like booths that you can fit a lot of people around, and goes, that one's probably the best. I'm gonna open the bar now. And she like kind of away.
I think Nin's going to sort of she'll take a couple minutes to blink the sleep away, but eventually she'll get up and she does not knock on the door. She just opens it.
I feel
I
like
love her.
in a bad twist of fate, I feel like Julius probably slept on the other side of the door, like
Oh,
he probably just whacked in the
This
face by the door.
This poor boy.
Just Julius, you get awoken by a door to your fucking side.
Oh no. Oh. You shouldn't have slept against the door.
You shouldn't have opened it so hard.
Well, I didn't know there was anyone there. Anyways, breakfast is soon. One of the food people told me.
Food people.
Everyone else, you're awoken by this, I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely louder than I am.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just remembered this is my second character named Alex that is significant in game.
Oh no.
Damn it, Josh.
I was trying to look up what his height was. They're named after the same person too.
Damn it, Josh.
I'm so bad at names.
But Alex was stupid tall. There's something
There was,
like
7
a
or 8
5-foot
feet.
difference between him and Irene.
7'10". You said Alex was 7'10".
I thought I said 7'10", but I couldn't remember because I didn't write it down
7'10",
anywhere.
and Irene is 2'10" on a bad
Should-
day.
Tall boy.
Alex, you wake up kind of crunched a little bit, but
As it should be.
Crunch.
Crunchy boy.
yeah, you're
Oh,
all
boy.
awoken. You're awoken by Nin slamming open the door into Julius's side and shouting about breakfast.
Nin she looks like she has a thought and then sort of kneels down next to Julius and says, "Sorry about that. Mom says I should be better about apologizing. So I didn't mean to hit you at the door. That was a bad thing." She sounds sort of confused.
Julius just rubs his jaw a little bit and he says, "It's fine. It's just a door. I'll survive."
Okay. And then now that's it, I think.
He gives you a
Actually, no,
weird look.
She's gonna give him a gold piece. Just unprompted.
He opens his mouth part way and just closes it with a click, cause just very quickly, and then will take the coin and put it in his belongings.
Nin looks very pleased with herself and just sort of skips off back to the Back to the common room.
Hell yeah. Julius just like smirks to himself and he mutters, "Should play the pity card more often." But he crawls up from his place behind the door and squeezes out and like dusts off his coat.
I presume everyone wants breakfast.
Yes.
Yep.
Free
Yeah.
breakfast.
I assume led by
I think it
Ning.
takes us just slightly longer to get up, mostly because I think he's checking his shit to make sure that.
That Julius didn't steal the rest of his shit.
Yes, actually.
With this type of sleight of hand, he has no. He doesn't have any proficiency. He's not that much of a bastard. He's more of a talky bastard.
How tall are the ceilings, Parker?
You have to stoop a little bit, but you're not like hitting your head against anything.
So I have to duck through doorways.
Yes.
I always have to duck through doorways. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Alex is big.
I presume, led at least slightly by Nin, and then possibly by example, you all find your way to that big table.
Sounds right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When one of the tavern workers notices how small you are, Irene, one of them kind of like gives you a little boost seat.
My God.
Thank you, dearie. I so appreciate it.
She nods. It's not like a condescending thing, but like
It's helpful.
taverns built for like medium and larger size folk tend to carry things around for like gnomes and halflings and children, but mostly adult gnomes and halflings, so that they don't have to like have specially built tables. You can just kind of prop yourself up.
Irene really appreciates this.
This is a thing that I'm setting up in the world because accommodation is important.
Exactly.
Bless.
Alex
It is.
doesn't sit in the booth. He sits on the floor next to the table.
Yeah, for big people, for how big you are, the woman just like, I have a small stool. I don't know if you.
Oh, don't worry. I'm good with the floor.
Okay. She does offer you a cushion.
He denies the cushion.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
There are some people that have so there's a couple of different types of tables. There's some here with like chairs and tables built up, and then a couple of them that are low sitting, and cushion seating, kind of like traditional Japanese seating. So they have a bunch of like sitting cushions just kind of available. Because I'm going to flavor fun, cool, multicultural things.
Makes me very happy. Sitting
Tasty.
But they kind of, for how many of you there were, they didn't really have one of the lower sitting ones available that was that big, so they gave you one of the upper sitting ones.
Okay.
And when all of you are down, the same serving woman that woke Nin up kind of comes around and sort of takes orders. There's not much here. This inn is a lot less nice than the Hot Springs Tavern and Inn.
Julius looks. He's trying very hard not to be visibly disappointed, but it's kind of obvious.
It's hearty, serviceable travel food, but it's not like luxurious.
Yeah.
You know, it's like sausage and eggs, and like they offer a pancake, but you probably shouldn't take it.
Nin takes it.
Probably tastes more like what would you say, cornbread?
Yeah. Hey,
Nin is stoked.
Cornbread is very good, though. To be fair, especially with syrup.
Yeah. Hey, I grew up in Ohio. Cornbread's good.
Yes. Cornbread and chili, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And you are all left alone at a table of strangers waiting for breakfast.
Well, good morning, everyone.
You're pretty
Good
chipper.
morning, miss.
Quite a night we had last night, wasn't it?
Has Alex ever seen someone as small?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's pretty petite for a gnome, but she's still like in the range of what gnomes should be.
Julius has been like trying not to stare, but he's definitely staring at you, Alex. for the biggest
Oh,
thing
as soon
he's
as
probably
Alex
ever
picks up on
seen.
it, he is standing right back.
Oof.
God damn it.
He is averting his gaze when he realizes he's been caught.
Oh, Alex does not stop.
Jesus Christ.
So, little late in my book for introductions, but better late than never.
So are you
I'll
gonna
s-
start it?
I was going to. I'm Irene Marvin, but everyone calls me Granny.
I think Nagi kind of pucks and goes, Nagi.
Nagi.
I'm Ashley. People tend to call me Asta. It's nice to meet you. With a bit of a bright little smile. I think he's sort of in the middle of trying to wrangle the dandelion poof into a ponytail.
Now, do you prefer Ashley or Asta?
It's much for muchness.
Okay.
Asta.
Okay. Asta.
Julius, with his head in his palm, like, kind of like lifts his head again, and he's like, oh. Lecter Anoranth.
What was that?
Pardon?
Lecter.
Lecter. Okay.
My name is Alex.
I'm Ixalia.
Excel.
Breakfast comes around and you're all served. She also offers mugs and coffee for anyone who wants it.
Julius will take some coffee.
Ixalia is taking the coffee as well.
Do
Asta
I
looks like he's considering it and then seems to decide better of it.
do I get, just from my own personal experience, can I tell that that Julius is lying about his name?
Because of your background, I'll let you roll an insight check.
Should I roll
Not
deception?
not a good at
Yeah.
those.
You may.
Oh, that's well.
Oof.
That wasn't meant to be done as disadvantage, so it would be the 18.
It would be the
Okay.
18. But you got very
Oh.
You
in.
were so close.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's not that. Nin, you know, people tend to lie about their names sometimes. And you kind of get the sense there's a good chance this guy is, but you're not really suspicious about it or anything.
Okay.
I mean, you probably think everyone else at the table's probably lying about their names too, so.
I mean, if they were reasonable, they'd be lying about their names.
Ixalia is flat out lying that everybody's given a fake name of some sort here.
Yeah.
I don't
Asta
think
was
Nin has
kinda
actually
looked at
given a name either.
She did not.
Yeah.
Irene would be looking at her as she's the only one left at the table who has not introduced herself in some way.
Nin is susceptible to old lady glares, so
It's not I need to clarify. It's not a glare. It's sort of a sweet, like, expectant, like, and you next, dear. But not a glare.
nickel.
Nickel. That's quite quaint. I like it very much.
Julius like scoffs into his hand.
I'm glad that most of us don't have last names, so I don't have to explain not having one.
I mean, they're just surnames. They're really not much.
Oh, Lecter, you wanted to know about my... And Asta kind of taps at his amulet.
Yeah. What god do you follow?
The Shepherd. I'm a DCO trainee.
Does that make any sense to Julius?
It would make another religion check just so I know how much to give you.
With normal, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone else can do this as well.
Oh my god, Julius, what the fuck? Today's not his day. Even with
That's
that
another 9.
+5.
I love that.
Don't worry, Jules. Your DC for this was a lot lower this time around.
Yeah, because it wasn't trying to decipher it in the half light after you have already been.
Is anyone else going to roll religion?
I just did, but
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
that was a
listening in.
14 on Irene.
Just
Okay.
listening in and following the conversation.
So Irene and Julius, you would both recognize what the fuck he's talking about. The symbol he pulled out of his shirt is actually a 5-petaled lotus, with the petals sort of curled outwards, and then a little bit in again. The DCO are alternatively known, not the DCO. Yeah, the DCO are known as the clerical order. So, Aster is, by all intents and appearances, a follower of the god of death. And apparently
a trainee of the clerical order of.
Yes. The two of you would know that the clerical order tends to do a lot of burials, a lot of passing on rites, caring for sort of the dying. Yeah. This kid is some sort of acolyte for probably some temple to the death god.
good for him.
Ah. Interesting. I'm glad you found your faith.
Yeah, Julius Kus was.
I just want to help.
I'm gonna actually send you a PM. Ren, hold on.
Okay.
He's actually kind of going to look at Alex and you seem to have similar magic. Can I ask what god?
Give me 1 second, Josh.
I forgot the name. I forgot the name. I picked the god and I've forgotten the name of it.
It's probably somewhere in our PMs if you want to go look.
Yeah, it's somewhere. Because I think I
no.
sent it to you.
So proud.
Whenever I finally write out, she's gonna be furiously scrolling through RPMs, being like, "What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting?"
Where's the Bernie Sanders meme?
Hold on, I want to see.
I'm once again asking you to send me Alex's text. I'm working on it, okay?
Okay. Sorry, I had to do a little bit of something to see if Julius would, Does anybody have
I don't think I ever actually gave you a name.
Oh. Then I guess that means Alex doesn't really know where it's coming from.
I will give you one right the fuck now. Hold on.
Okay.
We can figure out stuff about it later, but I'll give you a name. Do. Think about the banjo music I had playing.
Everyone's just frozen while Alex is thinking about it.
No, I like to imagine that everyone is just awkwardly waiting for Alex to answer. We can all tell he's stressing out.
He's combing his memory, trying to figure out what
He has
was
this-
fucking got it.
He has this panicked look on his face.
Oh my god. Alex has 14 intelligence. I don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I PM'd you a name. You can figure out how to pronounce it.
Parker.
Now I'm curious.
You've given me a quest.
Oh my god.
I get it from places. I don't know how to say this name.
Chua Yi. Chua Yi.
Chua-yi.
Thank you. I'll put the spelling in chat.
Bless.
Can see Nin mouthing that to herself.
Religion checks can be
Does
made.
17 get
Excellent,
me
I would
anything
like
on
to
that?
do one.
Yeah, Lena, Exalia's
What
going
the hell,
to go.
Julius? You
How
have
often am I going to do
+5.
Luna
that?
spontaneously
first
pokes her head
one.
into the other game.
Oh
Hey.
my god. Julius, what? You have a +5 and everyone's
Wow.
beating you.
Julius, you have no fucking idea.
Yeah. Clueless Julius.
Ixalia and Irene. Irene, I'd say you've heard the name. You don't really know shit.
Cool.
Ixalia, I'm also gonna say no. Aster, your DC was a little bit lower. You know it's a god regional to the wild peoples of Periapo, but you don't know much more than that.
Fair enough.
You know how you like you do what you can, then like they do what they can. You know the whole give and take.
I know.
That's just relationships.
Julius frowns and he's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, don't worry, I don't either.
That makes me even more concerned.
Hold on. 1 second. I'm looking
Which
at people's
possibly
passive
means that Alex is also the
perceptions.
one who recognizes Aster's accent, because it's a very Periapo accent.
Yes, Alex, Aster's is a regional accent as well. You would know he doesn't sound like the wild peoples, but he sounds like someone
Yeehaw.
from your nation. What'd you say, Josh?
I said yeehaw.
Okay.
That's my line.
I mean, I also
And
stole
now
it.
it's
Well,
Alex's.
that sucks because I stole it.
Fuck you.
I mean, I also
Sorry.
stole it
Fuck you too.
too.
Ix, actually. During discussion about Aster's god, you saw Julius kind of like reach and fiddle and finger at something, and then just kind of drop it.
Like a chain or a necklace or a pendant or
It
something.
was on his
Yes.
wrist. A pendant on his wrist.
Like a bracelet. Yeah, it's a bracelet.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, whereabouts is everyone from?
Do you want to
A
answer
little
that question
town called
first?
Kobani. It's in the mountains in Periapo.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, I'm from here and there. All over the place, I suppose.
Oh, that's the best place to be from.
I'm from like general area, but still here and there. You know.
Even better.
Where are you from?
Oh, me? Well, I don't know what town she's from because I never talked to Parker about that. But I'm from Southern Chilala.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Hmm?
Who did we lose?
Did we lose someone?
Her again.
Aha.
Yeah. So Southern Chilala. Irene's answer.
Yes. Who needs a town name when you just have the general fucking country?
Yep.
Nagi also answers similarly. Around. Here and there. I don't know how to answer for James' character. Take everything I say as semi-canon.
Okay.
Yep.
Canon until proven otherwise.
Yeah. I think there is a very awkward silence now, apparently.
Yep. Yep.
The inn is starting to sort of go for it, Ren.
Sorry, Julius pointedly does not answer.
Same with Nin.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The inn is starting to come to life now. It seems that people who travel to the town, people who have been staying here, are perhaps getting their breakfast before they're heading back out in the town and down the road to where they're going. So food is very much moving very quickly. It's a lot more energetic and populous than you think, or have experienced inns to be in the morning before. Inn tends to be kind of like a hop-in in the evening, in the afternoon.
Did we get a name for this inn that I missed after I headed off last session?
You did not.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta reopen my notes because my entire internet crashed.
It's all good.
Apparently, my ISP also uses Cloudflare.
Yay.
Oh god.
So,
I'm just
Rip.
really glad my Google Docs is working.
Yo, my desktop Discord just started working again, so I'm gonna switch off my phone because I hate using my phone.
Oh, bless.
No worries.
The tavern you are in is called Gilda's Gulps.
What was it?
What? Sorry, I missed that.
Gilda's Gulps.
Can you
Gilda's
put that in
Gulps.
chat?
Like it.
Love it.
Okay, good. Yum yum.
As the silence stretches, again, this is a very bustling sort of morning. Then the door flies open with a crash. And this little gnome covered in like mud from like his feet all the way up to like his mid thigh. And his hair is kind of like stuck out and he's got like twigs poking out. It looks like he's been through some shit. He sort of runs in, sort of scrambling in, as a larger elf man is following him in, and he bursts onto the scene. With already shouting at this little gnome.
Oh,
The first thing y'all hear out of his mouth is "You waste of a whore's maternity leave." And the gnome is like, I'm sorry.
Julius spits out some of his coffee. Snickers.
And the elf, who you now see kind of is stumbling in on like a prosthetic leg and a cane, is following after the gnome, kind of shaking the cane at him. And the elf is just, people are going to die, and you can only think of bugs. And the gnome snaps back, then you deliver it. And the elf sort of lifts his prosthetic leg and like shakes it at the gnome. And the gnome kind of like flips him off. And then like scrambles away through the crowd and takes a seat at like one of the like very low tables. And the elf hits his cane on the wood of the bar, and he addresses the crowd and he goes, 500 gold to any courier, and instantly people are like, me. And the elf goes, delivery to Strade's Gallows, and the bar goes quiet.
Is
There is a you could hear a pin drop.
Is that a place familiar to us?
Yeah, I was just saying the same.
Roll a history check.
History.
Nate's just gonna look around and ask, is
Oh,
500
there's
a lot?
a natural 20. That's nice.
500's a lot, dear.
Julie's finally rolled better than a 9. Fuck yeah.
Where the fuck is history?
As I can understand,
There's history. That's a sexy roll.
big
Nice.
numbers are better.
Yes.
Ixalia, we'll get to you in a minute. Aster, no fucking idea.
Well, 500 hornets is not good, but
No, you do have a point.
No, you're right, dear.
What about 500 beetles? Are beetles good? I like beetles.
they can be.
Don't
Depends
on
be
the
type.
kind.
Can I resolve this roll real quick?
Sorry.
You're good. Alex, you also have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Julius, Irene, and Ixalia. Julius and Irene, you have heard of this town. It is a small, sort of podunk town on the shores of a large river, kind of swampy, kind of gross. It is famous for one thing, though, and Ixalia, you know this because I think you've been through this town, actually, with that natural 20. I think you passed through this town once. It is famous because, so the way it's positioned on this river is that the river kind of splits, and the side that travels into Strait's Gallows is home to a rare breed of fish. God, what are they called? They're like little like silver fish that have actually silver running in their scales.
Ooh.
So these fish are highly valued. They are the town's main export. That's kind of what they're known for.
What was the name of this place again? Something Gallow?
Strait's Gallows.
Straits Gallow?
Strait's Gallows.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my head-
Just because I titled the chapter this doesn't mean you have to take this adventure hook. I'll change the title. It's fine.
No,
Guys,
we're gonna take the adventure hook.
if we don't take this hook, Parker will come to our houses individually and murder us one by one while we sleep.
Oh god, I'd be first.
See, somebody was laughing in the background.
It's up to you to stop them.
Ixalia, you have been to this town. You have specific knowledge about the internal politics of this town. I'll let that roll for if you have any questions later. I'm not gonna break down like who's in charge, who's the like right now. You would know that there's two very important families there. But it's mostly about those fucking fish.
Silverfish.
Yep.
Silverfish.
A nice town, if kind of built into a swamp.
So nobody wants to go to a swamp for 5 or whatever 100 gold.
500
pieces?
gold?
That's sad. What a waste of gold for them.
As you get up to move,
Him that everyone shut down on mention of Strait's Gallows.
as you start to move, the elf kind of looks around the silence, and he kind of and he sits down at the bar, and in the silence you hear him go, "Can I just something alcoholic?"
Would
And-
Ixalia know why people might be afraid to go there?
For one, the road there, the Splinter Road, just kind of sucks to travel.
Right.
It carves through the swamp. Technically it's a marsh, but it's very swamp.
Yep.
The way the gnome is covered in mud, you can get the sense that he probably started down the Splinter Road, got like 2 hours in, and was like, "Fuck this." The Splinter Road is the main road in and out of town, as well. There's not really another way in. The marsh, the Candle Marsh, which is the swamp it's located in, is also home to unique flora and fauna. You remember crocodiles, you remember large bugs, plants that might have been carnivorous. You remember spotting like some little fish people, but they like didn't stick around. Some other large sort of semi-aquatic animals, large frog. So much so that the Splinter Road, you probably shouldn't travel unarmed. The average person can probably make it. You just probably want some kind of at least a machete.
Yep.
If at the very least to just hack your way through this place. So you probably get the sense that a lot of people don't want to go just because it sucks.
Yep.
You remember the Splinter Road. It sucks.
Yep.
Julia's contemplating if the gold is worth it.
Have any of you been there before?
Don't think Julius has.
I have. Briefly, it was it's a town. You know, there are people, there are shops, there are bugs and swampy things. It's a whole.
Oh, that sounds nice.
You have a very strange definition of nice, my friend.
Aster, you approach the little gnome. He's like got his like he's like fished a menu from somewhere and he's got like he's like hiding behind it.
Hey, look, I'm very sorry.
He like startles and like looks up at you.
My apologies. My apologies. I wanted to know why the gentleman's so mad at you.
He just I canceled a contract is all.
Just that bit of a nod, and yeah, sometimes you gotta. You want to talk about what happened?
He like looks at you and looks you up and down, and he goes, "Kid, this is adult business." And like looks back down in the menu.
Oh, does Alex hear that?
Make a perception check.
Son boy.
Son boy.
Can Julius also mention?
No.
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
No, I was giving Julius.
He's rolling
Julius
really bad.
She has a very mild smile, and
Jesus.
yeah, you're probably right. And he goes to walk away.
Oh, Alex is walking over. Alex kind of gets up and he big. And he just kind of wanders over and looks at Aster and is like, "So, what kind of information are we getting?" Because
I just wanted.
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
just wanted to know what was causing such a ruckus at this point in the morning, but I suppose I'll ask the gentleman myself. And he's going to start making his way towards the elf.
Irene was also gonna
Yeah.
make her way towards the elf.
Julius
Yeah.
probably was doing the same. To be
But
fair,
Same.
Irene's pretty slow because she's, hobbling along on her little cane, just going.
And she has all the osteos.
She has every osteo.
Julius, while he is doing this, is still holding his cup of coffee, and anybody who gets too close to himself or Irene, he just glares at until they part.
Uh,
Sally was just staying at the table until she realizes that everybody else is getting up. Then she's gonna sigh and follow.
what's Nin doing?
She's going with the group.
I think Nagi follows behind as well. And you all come upon this older elf. Alex, are you still going towards the gnome, or are you following towards the elf? Josh,
Huh?
are you going?
Are you gonna harass the gnome, or are you gonna talk to the elf?
Actually, I take it back. I think Nin would go towards the gnome with Alex.
Alex doesn't like the gnome's vibes.
Failed the vibe check.
Alex rolled a vibe check. Okay. Alex and Nin, what do you do? This gnome is grumbling to himself, and he's got his face in the menu.
Nin will just sit down next to him and say, "So why'd you break a deal?"
Oh.
Oh,
He closes the menu and looks at you, and he goes, "I don't think it's none of your business." And opens the menu back up.
I think once people start yelling big numbers, it becomes everyone else's business.
Also, you have to either be a really big coward, or it has to be a really bad thing if you break a deal.
He slams the thing on the table. He's at the menu on the table.
Holy shit!
Oh no!
He looks between the two of you and he goes, "Listen, if you want to march your asses out to Strade's fucking gallows and get eaten by crocodiles for some fucking kids, that's your problem."
I mean, if you get eaten by crocodiles, that sucks for you.
I don't know what a crocodile is, but I don't think I would get eaten by it.
He goes, "Well, I'm small, and I would've, okay? Okay?"
Yeah, you are really small.
Holy shit!
Why the fuck? I should have gone to the gnome.
Julius feels proud, and he doesn't know why.
The gnome takes the fucking menu and he throws it at you, Alex, and it just kind of bonks off your shoulder, and he's like,
Alex looks at the menu and then watches it crash to the ground and then just looks back at the gnome and raises an eyebrow.
the gnome stands up and goes, "It's not my problem," and he turns around and he's gonna storm out of the inn.
Just kind of looks like, that's okay. Contract breakers always get what they deserve.
Is he walking by Julius at any point? Because if he is, Julius wants to trip him for good measure.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Come on, Julius, no, please, or you're gonna
We're
get your
just
ass handed
abusing
to you.
this man.
No, that's not very
He
good.
but he does only have a commoner stat block, so onto the ground.
Julius tries very hard to feign ignorance and be like, "Oh my goodness, you're so tiny, I didn't even see you there. Pardon my big feet."
We're just bullying this man.
Just the tail, honestly.
If he passes within 10 feet of Irene, can I use prestidigitation to clean him up?
You can, yes.
I just want to make him less muddy. He's getting probably mud all over the inn.
He grumbles to himself and he glares up at you, but he sees that you're heading towards the elf and just kind of scoots around. And Irene, as he passes you, you clean him up a little bit, and he scuttles on out of the inn.
Cool.
The rest of you approach the elf,
We do this.
who is nursing what looks like a hot cup of alcohol cider.
Yeah.
Tasty. Snack.
What do you do?
Excuse me.
He looks up at you.
You said something about kids?
He like looks at you and looks at the rest that you've got like a party with you, and he goes, "Yeah. It's whatever. Just need a delivery done. It's a town full of cowards."
What kind of delivery?
He kind of looks at you and goes, "Are you a little young to be a courier?"
Julius kind of like shows up at that point and like leans over his shoulder a little bit and is like, "Well, I certainly am not."
He like looks at you and sees that there's a bunch of other people and kind of like clocked that you were the people in the corner and goes, "Adventurers, okay. Yeah, okay."
Julius hands in his pocket and just doing that lean over Aster a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He offers his hand out and he goes, "Kamala Streams." And I will put that spelling in the chat.
Good.
Less.
You really did just bully that gnome.
Fucking bullied a gnome.
I forgot I had
With the
charm
episode
person, so
title.
that wasn't even like necessary. I could have gotten him to tell me that shit.
Holy shit!
Oh, Alex was just straight up bullying the gnome.
Aster went, "You're treating me like a child who shouldn't be here. Fine, I'm just gonna ignore you." That's what he did. He just went, "Okay, fine."
Well, I mean, Aster's a bigger person than Nin is, so.
Julius had no reason to trip that motherfucker, and
Wanted
yet
to. I've told you he's a bastard. But
Streams offers his hand to shake to everyone at the party who was standing there.
Julius will shake and
Yeah.
introduce himself as Lecter.
Irene has
Aster's
to reach
gonna
all the
shake
way
and
up to
introduce
shake.
himself as Ashley Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
Sally is just kind of standing at the back and looming as best she can.
I think Nagi
How
like
tall is
waves.
Exalia again?
Yeah, how tall is Exalia?
Kind of 5'7", 5'8".
Nagi kind of waves and like gives her name too. And Streams kind of goes, all I need is a crate full of herbs. Get to a town. So maybe some kids don't drown in a marsh.
Julius raises an eyebrow at that. Herbs.
He sighs. Rose whistle. Specifically.
Do we know
Roll a
anything
nature
about
check.
Rose?
Roll a nature check.
Nature. Yeah.
Could I make an argument for a medicine check?
I would also let you roll a medicine check.
I love having high intelligence. What the fuck is this?
Right.
What the fuck?
Ooh.
Yes, Exalia, yes.
Oh, there it is. Fucking hell, Julius!
Fucking
Roll better,
Julius is
Jesus.
Julius
Having
is
a hard time.
Empty today.
Roll 20 really just went, no Julius writes.
Can I just not use roll 20 anymore?
Julius has never had any knowledge, and he's not gonna start now.
Even though his intelligence is like a +3.
Yeah, I know, sweetheart.
I'm sad.
Julius knows jackal.
Yep.
The rest of you recognize the name. Rose whistle is a commonly used sedative. It's often sort of ground up and put in teas.
As kind of a sleep aid?
Yeah, hedge witches, medicine men kind of use it to help insomnia, nightmares, that sort of thing. Exalia, fuck, maybe there was a time you took some rose whistles.
Ixalia has all the rights, so Julius doesn't get any.
Fuck you.
I mean, from what I know about Julius, he deserves no rights.
Yeah.
Ixalia, I think you took some as a child. You had some nightmare problems as a little child after listening to a scary story at the tavern. And your mom would have given you some to help you sleep. This shit knocks you the fuck out.
I think she's probably used it as an adult as well.
Yeah.
Similar.
Ooh, that was my neck.
Especially as a child though, this shit was like
It's like the old timey medicines.
Yeah, it's not dangerous, it's not addictive,
Bless.
it requires you to ingest it, but it will knock you the fuck out.
Damn, I want this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a
I
lot.
think Asta looks a little bit puzzled, and
It's a lot more ethical. It works a lot better on children than adults, but adults can find a little efficacy in it too. Go for it, Aster. Sorry.
there's
Joe?
something going on that. Yeah, no, Is something going on that the kids in Straight Scholars all need dreamless sleep?
Kamala kind of leans back against the bar and looks over you all and goes, "Town's complaining of some sort of sickness. They call it the Gravedigger fever. Kids are, I don't know. One of the symptoms, I guess, is insomnia or sleepwalking or something. No one gives me a straight answer, so. But when the town has enough of it, apparently it's fine. Otherwise, apparently, people have been wandering out to the marsh in the middle of the night. They don't come back. Town needs a new shipment. I can't find anyone to take it."
Asta's gonna turn to look at the others, and he's just gonna very quietly, "I want to help."
Irene will sort of step towards the elf and say, "Well, I don't know about everyone else, but I think you found at least 2 people to take it."
3.
He doesn't say anything, but he looks between a child and a small old woman.
Yep. Damn right.
Julius just sighs a
And
heavy
someone piped
sigh.
up with 3.
Nin will,
Someone piped up with 3.
yeah, Nin will poke her head around and say, "Swamp sounds fun."
Swamps are not fun. You have a very strange definition of fun.
Maybe you haven't been to the right swamps.
Maybe yeah. Sure. We could say that.
At this point, Mr. Streams, it seems like we're what you're gonna get.
I can kill some time. Julius will kind of like raise a hand.
Oh, I can only still offer the same 500 gold. Even if there's 6 of you? 7?
It's still better than a month's wages, to be fair.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah? Thank you. Sorry about that. He kind of goes, "I mean, if you're willing to do it, I'm willing to pay." Well, not me. You'll get it on delivery. But I chipped in half the gold.
That's very good of you, sir.
So, how
are
is
we
it
going
going
to
to
help?
be transported? Are you giving us a wagon and cart, or what's the whole deal with this?
He stands up and he goes, hold on. and he motions you to follow him out of the inn.
Yeah, Aster's gonna willingly follow.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Julius is gonna glance behind him just to make sure people aren't like gawking at them or anything. Really,
You're kind of being ignored. You kind of get the sense of like those poor fuckers are going to Strait's Gallows.
yeah,
Rip to them, but we're different.
yeah.
So you all follow Mr. Streams out into the street, and you find that what must have been this gnome's setup, like this little mule and like a little cart, is outside of the inn. And inside the cart, it is not really big enough to carry anyone. It's more just kind of like a donkey and a little red wagon. There is a wooden crate, decently sized, sitting in the cart, and on the top, in big handwriting, reads an address to where it's supposed to go. And it reads, Master Lee Soto, Temple of Bosner, Strait's Gallows, Candlemarsh.
Is Bosner a familiar name?
Religion check.
Hell yeah, religion check. God, I love
Also
being
religion
intelligent.
check.
You may religion check.
Let's see if he can do better.
I love
Hey.
Irene just knows things.
All of you recognize the name. Bosner is kind of... He's not a big god. He's a order of element god, kind of attributed to marshes and swamps and weed and
Hey.
mud.
Nice.
To find there's a temple to Bosnia in a town that's in the middle of a marsh is not surprising.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Or at least, yeah.
Weed.
Weed man.
It is
Is
not
it?
D&D. It is not D&D drugs. It is sleep aid for some children.
Bless.
Okay.
Weed man. We're delivering
Child grade
sleep
NyQuil.
aid to Weed man.
Oh god.
And Kamala sort of motions towards the box and goes, "Careful, it is a little heavy. I don't recommend this." And he like kicks the like little red wagon. It's practically covered in mud up to the rim. I don't have a cart you can borrow. I got my own horse, but it's mine.
Well,
We
I
can
don't
carry
think I can lift it. I only have mage hand.
He kind of like looks at it and goes, maybe 14, 15 pounds.
Aster's gonna try and pick it up.
What's your strength score, Aster?
16.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh my god, why is this little kid ripped?
Beefy boy.
16 strength on a 15. He is jacked. He works out daily. His gains impressive.
Hey,
This
why are you playing my
14-year-old
brother in this
Has a
game?
6-pack.
Yeah, this little 15-year-old kid just picks up this box and like hops it onto his shoulder and is just like holding it like a boombox.
Nice. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
You give me more questions every day.
The one day I've known you.
Yep. Both of the clerks.
Kamala sort of points down. So there's a couple of main roads that run through town. He points down one and he goes, a little bit that way. In about an hour, you'll want to turn left off a small road, the Splinter Road. And then after that, it's a straight shot for 4 days.
Is the box decently waterproof? So if it does have to be set down near the mud, it won't take too much damage?
He nods. I know where it's going.
Had to check.
Like, kid. this guy looks old for an elf. Okay?
Yeah.
He's just a sassy little shredded 15-year-old, all right?
Listen, considering that there are some people who have been stupid enough to, like...
Can't believe he has a strength of 16. What the fuck?
Yeah.
He's
I
a whole
love him.
goddamn cleric. I don't know
I
what you
love
want from
him.
him.
So does Alex.
Yeah, you freaking
Yeah, but-
clerks.
Alex is 7'10", all right?
What does that have to do with
I'm pretty
anything?
sure Asta could just hop Irene onto her shoulder and maybe be okay. Ish.
Irene weighs
Kamala
nothing.
Kamala does offer you some travel rations.
Will take.
He offers you about 2 days. He goes, well, I mean, there's more of you than I thought ever would be. And he hands you stuff that should have been about like 4 days worth of rations for like a party of 4.
But because we're such a huge party, it's...
Yeah, it's like 2.5.
I got 10 days of rations on me.
He goes, I'm sorry, I can't do much else.
Is word gonna be sent back to you when we arrive with the...
He nods and he goes, Soto's got some weird magic. He'll let me know.
Bit of an understanding nod.
It's mostly him you're working for, though. He put in the order.
Well.
Good guy. He won't jip you, don't worry.
Good to know. He sounds lovely.
Can Julius roll an insight on that?
You may.
Alright. Yeah, no.
Oh no, Julius!
Wow, he did like
Julius.
shit today.
Yeah, you can't read it. Read him. Sorry.
Julius, just
Julius can't read.
Having a struggle.
yeah, he's having a bad day.
Julius is apparently just a head empty day.
Yeah, it's because he got whacked in the head by a door. It just emptied his head.
I mean, honestly, he was having a bit of a head empty day when he tried to...
No thoughts, head empty. Woke up in a burning building.
The fire burned out all his thoughts. He's got no thoughts.
He was doing so well the other day. What happened?
Yeah.
Streams does go. Y'all can start out today if you want. You get a good start on the day. Tomorrow's fine. I guess I'd be willing to pay for another night in the inn, but
It's
honestly, I don't know about my companions, but if kids are in danger, then I want to try and help as soon as possible.
plus that place is crowded.
he goes, just for breakfast. The rooms are pretty often easier to get if you ask him now. He does kind of give you a look, Aster, when you're like, kids are in danger, and he's kind of like, okay.
He shrugs. He's just like,
More even you're also a child, but okay.
yes, but there is child, and then there is smaller child. There is kid.
Yeah,
There's
but
kid and then baby kid.
Wait, does these drugs like work on Aster because he's a fucking baby?
listen,
Wouldn't you like to know?
this guy is a very old elf. You're a 15-year-old human child. To him, you
I
are
know,
like
I
an
know.
Your
infant.
baby.
Baby.
I'm aware.
He
But
does
at least she's
offer,
not being a patronizing git about it, so...
yeah, he does. And he points you down the right road, and good luck.
All right.
I'll be waiting on word from Mr. Soda, though. Okay?
And you shall get it.
Alright. Julius does like that backhand wave thing.
I think as you're going, Julius kind of puts a hand on, like, Ixalia's arm.
Julius!
No, sorry. Streams puts a hand on Exalia's arm.
Yes.
As like the last adult in the group, I think, following the rear. And he goes, "Y'all are traveling with a kid and an old woman?"
No fucker else was willing to deliver your parcel.
I mean,
You're not.
yeah, but I can't make the trip myself. I think she's older than me, so I guess.
I mean, she can breathe ice. I'm sure she'll be fine.
I think she can make her own decisions.
I think he just like puts his hands up and goes, "Listen, I don't want no other kid getting hurt. Just good luck."
I will not let the kid get hurt.
Oh.
He looks up how big you are and just kind of nods.
He's just like, yeah, okay. I'll take you at your word.
Okay. He waves all of you off.
Yep.
And you all head off.
On the road again.
Wait.
Ixalia, again, because you've been to Straits Gallows and you've walked the Splinter Road.
Yep.
When Kamala says it's about an hour to the Splinter Road, he's right. You spot the turnoff. It's the only turnoff like in this vague like time stamp out of town, so you're all like, that's probably it, right? Do you take it?
No, we deliberately walked the wrong
we keep
fucking
the drugs,
direction.
and we sell them for more somewhere
Yeah,
else.
I mean, yeah, no,
They become
Exalia's just
dealers.
point it out to people.
No, I think we probably should
Let's
go.
take the turn off.
And you head
Yeah.
down the Splinter Road. For a while, you don't know what people are talking about. The Splinter Road is nice and smooth and very dry. The town of Joxenum disappears behind a hill behind you when you're walking, and it takes you a couple of hours. But then things start to get a little moist.
Oh.
There's the air starts to get a little heavier. There's some patches of mud here and there, and then before you know it, it is all mud.
I remember this road now. It was not fun the first time around. It is less fun the second time around.
Snowball wouldn't be happy with this. No, no, no.
You gone delusional, old lady? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about my cat, dear. Now, mind your own
Dead?
business. But what?
I don't see a cat on you.
Oh, Snowball didn't much like the fire and she ran off, but she'll be back. I just need to give her a little break. She gets upset after this sort of thing happens, you know.
I feel like cats probably don't like swamps.
Oh, she might not come back while we're in the swamp, but I'll get her back. It's
You
just
have a lot
the
of
right-
faith in a cat, lady.
the right food, and she comes running back just like always.
I'm going to say, because I'm going to be nice, I think Irene has enough for one ceremony. For
Hell
one spell.
yes, I love you, Parker.
Because I killed PK, I killed Snowball so fast. I feel
You
me
killed
not
Snowball in
letting you
12
go.
seconds. I love you for saying that I've got the shit to do it. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable that Irene had enough for like one use of the spell. You just haven't had the chance to do it yet.
Right. She will like
Well,
look at Julius and be like,
the night.
Snowball is older than you, dearie. She'll manage just fine.
Julius
Which is a weird
raises
thing
an
to say about a
eyebrow.
cat. Yeah.
How old's your cat? I haven't heard of one living past 20.
Oh dear. How old are you?
Julius kind of like crosses his arms a little bit and thinks. I think 26?
Let me do some math here.
Now you can find out exactly how many years old this Snowball is.
Snowball's about 6 times older than you, dear, so show some respect.
That sounds highly improbable, but alright.
Oh, I mean, I believe it. I've seen some pretty old cats.
Yeah, Nin's nodding along like, yeah, this is reasonable.
No, you're right. I think it's closer to 6.5. 6, what was I thinking?
Julius mutters to himself, I'm with a bunch of fucking delusional crazies. What am I doing here? I should just go
You
back
live in
right
a
now.
world with magic.
Honestly, I don't think Julius has ever seen things that have lived that long in his life, so...
And Julius is aware of the concept of a familiar, but, like, has not been given any hint that this is what they're talking about.
That's why he's like, a lady's saying that a cat's like a few hundred years old, and he's just like, there's no cat that's lived that long.
It's only 170, dear. 170.
Alright.
It's not long after this that Irene, you are struggling to walk.
This is fine.
I mean, you normally struggle to walk, but the mud is much deeper on you than everyone else.
Yeah, because I'm like 2'10", so this is
Yeah.
like, I'm just sludging through, making my way. I've got my little cane, and I'm trying so hard.
Hey.
Yes?
Julius will like kind of lean down a little bit. You need help?
Oh, that would be nice if you're offering.
He'll kind of like consider it for a minute, look at the state of your dirty clothes, and just like give like one of those sighs and like offer his back. So
Don't
you can climb up.
inconvenience yourself if it's too much.
No, it's fine. If you can do your little magic-y thing that you did to get rid of some mud, that would be great.
Irene will demodify herself and climb on.
Okay, Julius, roll a strength check.
Come on, buddy. Don't
Roll good,
keel
Julius,
over.
for once in your life. For once in your fucking life.
Hey, that's really good.
You manage to pull this little gnome up onto your back, and you think you can probably carry her for a while, but you might need to switch off maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Bless.
He just like adjusts a little bit, and then it's just like, I can hold your cane too.
Oh, thank you, young man. That's so thoughtful of you.
A little bit further into the mud, there starts to be like what looks like somebody's tried to like build up like a wood plank road, but it's kind of sunk into the mud in places, and at some points it's just sort of loose boards across the mud. This sucks.
Yep.
It is getting so it's outside. It's currently sort of mid-late spring-ish. But as you're getting further and further into this marsh, and as you see sort of trees, like the tree lines sort of shift in terms of what trees are there, and the foliage line, the air is getting heavier and more humid, and you're like, ew. You're getting a good sense. Maybe this is part of why people were like, no thanks.
Yeah, but consider we're also getting like 70 gold per.
Yeah.
This.
Yep.
This is worse than I remember. I do not remember it being this bad the last time. It might be that I had a horse, but I do not remember it being this bad.
Some things are worse for people around you, you know? I mean, like, some things are better, but some things are way worse.
That is
Somehow, I feel like
deep.
the horse might make this more difficult.
I get
Wait,
that
was
a
the horse
lot.
stuck?
It was a really big horse. I don't know. This is miserable.
But I've heard about people traveling through through marsh with a horse, and sometimes the horse gets stuck in the mud, and you have to lift it out of the mud, and that just sounds terrible.
I'm having never-ending story flashbacks.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm having a bad time.
Not never-ending story. That's actually not what he was referencing. But yeah,
Sometimes
I
the fucking horse dies.
I can safely say the horse did not get stuck. Maybe we were lucky.
Magic horse. That's a lucky horse.
And Naki is dealing, I think, particularly well with the swamp as she's moving. It's like she's not even like she kind of is like whatever. She does some cartwheels occasionally because I think that's her vibe.
Julius
Oh,
pouts while
God.
he has Irene on his back. Like, must be nice.
An athletic young lady.
And your first day down the Splinter Road passes without incident.
Hey.
Can I re-summon Snowball in the evening?
Yes, the Splinter Road is at least semi-regularly traveled, and because it is a marsh, there's like small cut-in checkpoints you can see where people have stopped for the night before. And so you find one of those that's relatively solid ground, because some of the ground is starting to give away to like water and like small lakes and puddles and things. So you find a patch of relatively solid dry ground and camp.
Yeah.
Can I describe how Irene summons Snowball?
You may.
Please.
Okay, so Irene gets out this little, like, engraved, like, cat dish. It's like a little dish that says Snowball on it. It has, like, a little paw print next to Snowball and a snowflake on the other side. And she fills it with some very fancy gourmet, like, cat food treats, like catnip. Just breaks all that up in there. And then she sort of walks in a little circle around the campsite for like an hour going, Snowball! Snowball!
Going,
For like an hour.
Just sits there and watches you. Like this fucking lady.
And then at the end of it, Snowball comes back.
just like out of the trees.
Julius, make an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh my god.
Alex is fascinated.
Nope, Julius is bad at Arcana.
Yeah, there's like something. You are a sorcerer, so you have this sort of innate connection to magic, and there's a slight sort of pull. You feel it. In fact, anyone who has magic kind of feels this little tug, and then a little pop, and then a very long, thin white cat sort of not trots, because it's kind of like sunk a little bit into the mud, so it's kind of like picking its paws up and out of the mud, like in that way that like animals that have been put booties on for the first time and don't like it walk. Sort of comes out from under the underbrush.
There you are, dear. Oh, I missed you. Come on, come here. And she will pick Snowball up and clean her off and then just sort of drape her around her neck like a scarf and say, oh, hush now, yeah, hush. That's all right, dear. I
Is
know.
your cat dying?
She's just upset. She doesn't like getting dirty.
Does Snowball feel like she comes from home?
Okay, I'm gonna say Mojo. Basically, roll me a check with your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. Just a check?
Yes, just a check.
Yeah. It is basically vibe checking the magic.
Yes, it does feel like home.
Ian's a little suspicious of this cat now, but it's kind of...
Believe me, the cat is also suspicious of you.
Just kind of... She kind of looks at the cat like, you're not going to give any trouble, are you?
And it like snuggles itself into Irene's, like the crook of Irene's neck.
Because I won't if you won't.
It looks at you, and it doesn't blink. You know how cats do blink for trust?
Yeah.
It's like It doesn't fully blink, but it kind of does the eye squint of like halfway there.
Well, as long as we've got an understanding.
What is happening here?
Yeah,
and
she's
then-
definitely Nin is definitely just talking to this cat.
Yes, Lecter, dear, this is Snowball.
I gathered so much. You didn't say he was
170.
a familiar.
Well, yes, dear, but she's a cat.
Your point?
Well, I'm not going to call something that isn't a cat. So why would I call a cat something that is not a cat?
It's cat-shaped.
She's a cat.
Cats do tend to look like cats and not, other things. And I've never really met something. Oh my god, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fire!
Oh.
I've never really met something that looks like a cat and isn't a cat. Things don't tend to like to disguise themselves as cats because, people like to go up to cats and pick them up and harass them. And most things that aren't cats want to be left alone.
Nin is looking at Alex like he's the stupidest person ever. Like,
Yeah, Alex also just kind of staring between Alex and Irene at this point, and is just Did anyone bring any alcohol?
Good question.
The answer is apparently no.
Nope.
I wish I
Yeah.
could have. I'm so sad.
Where's-
I would have had.
Where's
Julius
Beer
bring
Mom
some-
when you need her?
yeah, really, wrong campaign.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Aster is not legal to drink.
I feel like Julius like roots around in his pack, like being like, "Oh yeah, sure, I've got something," and then realizes he left it in the in room and goes, "Ah." It was in
No,
the
no, no.
one that was in fire.
I was just curious because this conversation is not one to have sober.
Anyone have
Never
a way
mind.
to distill swamp water and make it into alcohol? Because we could do that, I think.
I'm sure I shall cope.
Do you often have talk about cats while you're drunk?
Some people do.
No,
Animals are great.
Do that to avoid the cat's questions.
I just thought this conversation might be easier to follow while.
Hmm.
Never mind.
No, that's
It doesn't
all right,
matter.
dear. If I had some drink, I would give you it. But unfortunately, the old liver isn't what it used to be.
Any kind of drug makes it harder to follow. I don't understand why you'd want alcohol here.
It would make it fun.
Insight check on Alex at this point. Is he being serious or is he just kind of quietly winding people up?
Insight check.
I mean, I think I know the answer, but
Julius is just enjoying it.
Alex is being genuine about everything
Yeah.
he's saying.
yeah,
He's a good boy.
I love
Excella
him.
just kind of blinks a couple of times, pats him on the elbow. Of course, never mind. You just carry on, dear.
I don't like that.
So, are we going to do watches for tonight?
Yes.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Okay, first watch. Who is it?
Irene can stay
I
up
think
and
Alex is
hang
gonna
with
take
Snowball.
Oh, cool. Julius does have dark vision. I wanted to check. I mean,
Um,
Julius can take a watch with somebody.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't think
playing.
my
Yeah,
perception's
Aster's
actually
gonna
that good.
take second watch.
Nin will take second watch as well.
Don't have dark vision. God damn.
Rip.
Does anyone have better than a
What's
+1 to
yours?
perception?
I do.
I
Plus
do.
2.
Okay.
I have
I
plus
have
4.
a +5.
If somebody wants to join Julius for second watch, he'll give you advantage if you'd like.
Aster and Nin were doing second watch.
If
Yeah,
there's
after
already
Nin
someone
will do
doing second watch, then Nin will take third watch.
Alright, then we'll do
So
that
Aster
together.
and Julius.
Though someone else should take
Aster and Julius. Cool.
Yeah.
someone else should take watch with Nin because she's got a -1 to perception.
Ooh.
I'll take watch with Nen.
Okay.
So Aster and Julius are taking third watch?
Second watch.
Second.
Second?
Jesus Christ, y'all.
I am
Irene
confused.
Aster and Julius are on second watch.
Min and Ixalia are taking third.
Who's on first?
Irene.
I think Irene and Snowball, because I think PK said.
Okay.
And Nagi.
Okay.
I said that at the beginning.
Nagi,
It was a
Nagi, I
confusing
guess, will
mix.
join you as well. So 4 will be Alex.
Doing 4 watches.
Do we need 4 watches?
I mean, you can do 3 or you can do 4.
4 seems so complex. So
Yeah.
it's hard to already do 3.
Okay.
We're
fine.
already struggling here, Parker.
Okay, fine. First watch. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Irene.
Just a straight roll, or does Snowball get to help me?
Nagi is with you. She will help you.
Nagi's with me. Okay, cool. Tasty. What is my perception anyway? There we go. $15.
Where are my dice?
Oh.
Oh boy.
I hate when people, the DM asks that question, actually.
I'm gonna have to start asking my players that more often.
Found my dice.
I'm
Excellent.
proud of you, but also scared.
Gotta roll random encounters. Okay.
The swamp is loud at night. I forgot to change the music. Fuck.
It's all good.
It's still playing the tavern music.
We're
It's a very
vibing.
lively swamp.
Still in the swamp.
Spiritually, we are in a tavern right now.
Spiritually, we're moist right now, alright?
Physically, we might be suffering, but spiritually, we're just vibing in a tavern.
Yep.
The swamp is loud. There are crickets, there are frog calls, bird calls, but you don't spot anything. Neither does Nagi.
Cool.
And your watch passes.
Alright.
Julius and Aster.
Hello.
Yep.
Roll with advantage, Aster.
Aster had been planning on doing something, but Julius decided to take watch with him, so he's just gonna vibe.
Was he gonna fuck with Julius's shit as revenge?
No, he wasn't.
I have to note though,
Um,
Julius at this point is like, he's actively like just fidgeting with that bracelet that someone else, I don't remember who
Yeah.
exactly saw, but at this point he's not really hiding it that much. So
yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay?
yeah, it's fine.
The
Just a habit.
amulet. Are you looking close at the little amulet, Aster?
Yeah, I think he will, because I think he's curious enough.
So I'm gonna say something now, Ren, and if you disagree with it, that's fine.
Sure.
But the typical symbol for the god I would assume this is associated with, it is a small ring, of sort of plant fibrous material, like sort of woven in a braid. Aster, you would recognize this, but roll me a religion check.
Just to see if it sort of comes to the mind.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Aster,
Yes.
you know instantly this is the symbol of Ayano.
Oh.
Goddess of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know a lot about Ayano.
Interesting counterbalance.
I don't know if you want me to lore dump right now about Ayano.
I, as Joe, know a fair bit about Iona.
Okay.
You have given me the lore dump out of character.
Mhm. Yeah, so you would know, you recognize Ayano's symbol instantly. You know quite a bit about her. She is your godly opposite, technically.
Yep. But it's more sort of a counterbalance. It's not as much an opposite as it is.
Mm-hmm.
A give and take kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I will roll that perception check.
Hey.
15 is our lucky number, lads.
Again, it is loud. I don't think you've spent a lot of time in swamps. There's not really many in Berryapple. So this is
Yeah.
kind of new to you, and the heat is kind of sticking to your skin a little bit. Julius, you're vibing.
Yeah.
I like it.
But nothing beside like at one point you hear something screech and you think about it for a second. It's not a person. It was like some sort of bird, but nothing really happens.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
Third watch.
Perception.
Nin and Exalia.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on that because my perception sucks.
I've already claimed it.
So yeah, with a 17. Yeah, no, literally nothing happens. I rolled a 1.
Yep.
Nin definitely, she's climbed up. She's in a tree, just like hanging out on a branch right now.
Are you okay up there?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
Just checking in, making sure, being a good traveling companion or whatever.
It's comfy up here.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
And the sun. Oh, were you gonna say something?
No.
The sun rises without incident. So, and you all wake up in the swamp. It's gross. Your shit's covered in mud now.
I clean myself off.
Oh.
Julius like stretches and does like the back, like kind of exercises and just says, "So Granny, I'm not gonna be able to carry you today. My back's sore. You're gonna need someone else to do it."
Oh, that's all right, dear. It was very sweet of you to do it in the first place, and I'm sure I can make it work on my own.
Yep, I had a day of arm day. It worked for me, I guess.
I can carry you. You can
Oh,
just
that would be
you can just sit on my shoulder.
that would be lovely. Oh, it would be very high up, but very, very fun. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just you'd have to probably like watch your head. I mean, I can watch your head for you and like move stuff out of the way.
Well, I can. It's very sweet of you.
I love Alex so much.
Irene's about to be the
There
tallest
are
she's
a
ever
lot of
been
good
in her
boys.
fucking life.
Yeah, Alex, so when we get moving, Alex does sit her on a singular shoulder, like
Bless.
Yeah, you have an 18. You're fine. You're big.
no, I
You
have
an
I have
18
Yeah,
strength.
you
No,
have a
it's
16.
16.
You're fine.
I have a yeah 16.
No, roll a
strength.
strength check.
Why?
Because this is a person, not a box.
This is a whole
Well, to be
goddamn
fair,
person.
don't like furbolgs have a thing that lets them carry like one weight class up or something like that?
I
Yeah,
have
they do.
no idea. I count as large to determine carrying capacity and the weight I can push, drag, or lift.
Oh, you're fine. You carry the small gnome woman fine. You didn't need the check. I'm so sorry.
No,
Also,
no,
I
it's
make
okay.
Snowball go poof in the morning so that he doesn't have to carry Snowball too, even though Snowball's weight is literally negligible.
I mean, if Snowball wants to ride on the other shoulder or in your lap, whatever works.
Okay. But the thing is, Snowball wouldldn't ride on his other shoulder.
Yeah.
She might
That's
attack
fair.
him if she's on Irene's lap. So Snowball goes poof.
Why does my house smell like weed right now?
Because of all the weed.
You're carrying weed. What do you expect?
Weed all the way
I
down.
think Asta is very grumbly when he looks at the mud, looks as we're going deeper, looks at the gambeson and chainmail that are folded up in his pack, And I think you can all see the moment where he's going, I could just not wear my armor.
Julius very proud.
And then he seems to decide better.
And you head deeper into the swamp. I don't know if I have to describe how shitty this is.
Oh, God.
I think we get the
It's
general
garbage.
vibe.
I've walked through a swamp before in like rain boots up to my knees. It's not fun. It's exhausting.
I live in Swamp Town.
That's
yeah.
fair.
25% of my town's land
Asta
area.
has put his gambeson and chainmail on. He's unhappy.
And
Oh,
Nin
no,
is
it's
just
stalemate,
prestidigitationing
anyway.
herself as the day goes on.
Alex should be unhappy, but he's just vibing.
Yeah, honestly, Nin's fine with this. This is fine. But, like,
Really?
actually, this is fine.
Julius wishing that he also could get a ride.
Nothing is worse than a burning building.
I hate that. Why the fuck did
I
you just
admire
say that?
your optimism.
Nothing is worse than a burning building. Do you know what Parker's gonna do to us? Parker's gonna fucking kill us.
Parker's gonna turn the swamp on fire. That's what's gonna happen.
We have a sanity stat on our character sheet.
Yeah, can we
Nothing's worse
talk
than
about? Can we talk about the sanity stat? I'd like to know what that's all
No,
about.
we can't.
I'd
No,
actually
we
like to
can't.
talk
We
about
can't
the
right now.
sanity stat. I'd like to know what number I should put in there that's not 10.
wouldn't you like to know whether children?
Shut up.
Oh god.
My goodness.
The sanity
fine.
stat will come up eventually. Don't worry.
We do. Oh wait, Joe just said, "Don't worry." I'm adding a second column for Joe.
Anyway.
Sorry.
One day we're gonna open our character sheets and that stat's gonna be something that's not 10.
Not yet,
Anyway.
it won't.
You head sort of deeper into this swamp. The road is starting to get a little bit less defined, but you can still kind of follow the path of wood here and there. At some places where the ground gives way entirely, there are bridges that have been built over water, and those are still standing, thank God. But in between those bits, it's a lot of mud. What's the marching order?
Oh dear.
Don't like you asking that.
I want to be in the middle somewhere so I do not get hit, possibly, maybe.
Same, in the middle somewhere.
I too weak. But
Irene's
it's
wherever the
only
fuck
place.
Alex is.
Nin is probably distracted and trailing at the back.
Yeah, I think Asta's near the front as well.
Actually, no. She'll wait. Is Snowball's not here, right?
Snowball is not here because
Okay,
it's
then.
hazardous.
Yeah, then she's in the back.
Okay.
I like the idea that if there was a cat, then it would be wherever the cat is.
Yeah. Well, just that cat in particular.
Astra's towards the front.
Yeah.
Who else is towards the front?
I'd say, I'm going to regret this. Ixalia's probably behind Asta.
So Aster, Ixalia.
I guess Julius? Cause middle?
Yes. That's all who's next? I know Nin's at the back. Let's call Nagi next, just to put her in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which would put Alex and Irene.
If you wanted to
And-
flip Nagi with Julius, that'd probably be more accurate. I think.
Okay.
With Julius behind Nagi.
Julia's behind Nagi. Got it.
Yeah. Self-preservation is strong with this one.
Good. Since you're in the front, Aster, would you mind making me a survival check?
With Ixalia's help, because Ixalia has done this before.
Yes, I presume. Ixalia will be willing to be like, that's the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you guys managed to keep yourselves on track for just fine. Is anyone keeping an eye out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will.
Passively.
Those of you, is anyone actively keeping an eye out?
Irene is, because this is the tallest she's ever been, and she's not going to squander this fucking opportunity.
Alex
Yeah.
is too, although it's
I mean,
mostly
yes!
for
Ixalia
Alex
will.
is mostly looking for things that would make Irene fall.
Okay.
Yeah. Ixalia will if she can, but I understand if you say no because she's technically kind of leading or helping Asta with the kind
You're
of direction.
helping Aster. I'm so sorry.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine.
Nin's looking
Julius
exclusively for cool plants and animals.
You're finding a whole lot that you've never seen before. It's cool.
Julius will be taking a look a little bit too, I think.
Okay.
Oops. I don't know why I did it twice, but
Julius!
My
Julius.
buddy.
Oh my god,
God damn
my
it, Julius.
He's just
As you all start to make your way through the swamp, you hit another section of land that is sort of broken by water, and the bridge carries you up and over. A little part of it's broken in, and it's just like a little hop to get over it. It's fine. And you find yourselves sort of on a small, like it's not like the lake you're on is very big or anything, but there is a small landmass in the middle of it, and you are on that landmass when literally everybody sorry, Joe, you distracted me for a second. Here's
Sorry.
a sudden, I hesitate to call it a shriek
Uh-oh.
because it is more garbled and wet, but it sounds like something screaming. And then out from the underbrush, little fins in the air, running for its little life, is what looks like a little fish man.
Little fish man.
It's a little bit bigger than Irene and has like a little loincloth, and half of its face is done in these bright, sort of greenish paint. And it is just shrieking and running towards you.
Oh boy. Does
like
it-
attacking, running towards
Yeah.
us, or like running away from something else.
Roll insight.
Yeah, I wanted to roll that too.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be the person to roll this, but
I will incite the thing because it's like, what the fuck?
Nope, I don't incite things.
You can. Oh, that
Nice.
wasn't meant to be an advantage.
It's fine.
Also, I'm gonna try to send you guys a photo of Jasper looking fucking majestic.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's not hard to see this thing is not attacking, it is running away from something. And as you have this realization, you hear in its sort of little garbled fish voice, it sort of looks at all of you sort of wide-eyed and sort of searching around as if it's trying to look for the best way out. And it just... Floopdoogle!
What?
And the next instant... In the next instant, you see what it is running from. As out from the underbrush,
fancy lady.
following in this thing's footsteps, is what first looks like a giant crocodile. And then, it's most certainly not a giant crocodile.
Oh.
Because it is walking up on hind legs, and where its front two legs should be are instead these giant lobster claws.
What? I'm sorry. Hold on.
So it's not Flat Fuck Friday?
And on its,
Hey PK, do you want an image of it? I can get the image of it.
I would like an image of it.
I want an image of it.
No.
on
Please
its
share.
head, on its head is this almost like feathered headdress. And it sees all of you and realizes that what it thought was going to be good prey, this tiny little fish person, has suddenly been dwarfed by a lot more bigger prey. Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
Looking forward to
Give me a second, because I'm going to get the image of the Floopdoogle to send these Chocofox.
The I don't like this actually.
Where am I?
You're not on the map right now, actually. The player map should be moved. You all should be seeing a map now.
Yes, I see it.
Yep.
That center island is where you all are if you want to arrange yourselves in front of the Floopdoogle in marching order.
The what now?
The Floopdoogle.
The
Floop-
Floopdoogle, this thing.
Floopdoogle. Which
I
I
will
just sent an image of, but...
Fucking hate that.
I think it's very good.
I hate that with so much.
Hey,
Where
this
did you
initiative
put-
is much
So,
better.
Where would sort of the front of our order be?
It was Aster, Ix, Nagi, Julius, Alex and Irene, and then Nin. Where did you put the
Oh, good. So I'm close to the Floopdoogle.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why does it
wow.
look like that?
Say
Why
that
does it-
one more time.
Why does it look like that?
All hail the mighty Floopdoogle.
What?
That's
What?
why.
Why?
The terrible Floopdoogle.
Why?
Hey, what's wrong with y'all?
Because all hail the terrible Floopdoogle.
Why? Why is it
Because
like that?
all hail the terrible Floopdoogle.
If you say that one more time, I'm teleporting to Australia to I don't know what I'd do, but
To
I'd do something
Floopdoogle
that
you.
you wouldn't like it.
Floopdoogle, you. Yeah.
Floopdoogle. Hey!
Oh, good job, Aster. Good, because he's
I'd like
right
to
up there
point-
in its face.
I'd like to point out I am back on my bullshit with the initiative rolls.
Oh, there
Oh
you
my
go.
God.
There's that's an
switched.
Amy nat one.
Amy, we switched. You took my bad luck.
I always roll shit on initiative rolls.
The terrible. I hate that its full title is the terrible Floopdoogle. I fucking despise that. Why?
I am not on the map, so I'm just assuming I'm invisible.
Oh, you should be
You
on.
need to put yourself on the map.
Yeah, you need to put yourself
Pull
on the
from your
map.
character.
How do?
The player character
Oh
thing.
god, I never cleared the order. Fuck.
It looks like the order's actually up to date. Like, these all look like our proper roles.
Yeah.
Well, I never cleared the
Yeah.
order for me then.
Yeah. You'll have it for each map.
Rip me.
The players only.
Rest in peace, me. Why am I like this? Nin.
Okay.
It makes you feel better. I've been DMing for a fair while on Roll20. I always forget to clear the initiative order.
You just cursed specifically relating to initiative, Amy? Like, you're cursed to not clear the order, you're cursed to roll poorly. Like, do you think that's a theme?
It's entirely possible.
Hold on, I will get you. Sharon, you should drag yourself onto the map, please.
I'm trying. There we
Oh.
go.
There you go.
Oh.
I will add you a turn.
Ooh!
Hey!
Oh shit!
Nice.
We need
Champion!
We need Nagi on there as well.
Yeah, Parker, if you can drag Nagi on.
Yeah. Hold on, I have to redo Nin's. Hold on.
It's all good.
Nagi.
Floopdoogle.
Ooh, Nagi.
Floopdoogle.
Also, Parker, I'm about to send you a message.
Okay.
Floopdoogle.
I actually
Well,
need
it is to do with that, yes.
Floopdoogle. My mind's been broken. I can't handle this. Floopdoogle.
I hate all of you.
Floopdoogle.
Why?
Floopdoogle. Floopdoogle.
It's like
First name Floop, last name Dougal.
I'm going to leave
No,
the
first
campaign.
name terrible, last name Floopdoogle.
Oh, you're right.
Wouldn't it be first name the, middle name terrible, last name Floopdoogle?
I'm desperately trying to figure out.
Legally the T Floopdoogle.
trying to figure out what, Parker?
I was trying to figure out if I even have a sheet for Nagi. Ah.
Oh dear.
Okay, I have.
Also, Irene should go in front of the Floopdoogle.
Yes. Yes.
I'm superior to the Floopdoogle, guys.
Excellent.
Because Jamie didn't finish filling out her sheet.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Because Jamie is the Roll20 sheet. Not the Roll20, the D&D Beyond sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She has the D&D Beyond one. Just
Okay.
not the
Yes.
roll.
You'll need to re-swap Irene to
Yes.
above the Floopdoogle.
Nin, this giant ass monster thing just showed its face. What are you doing?
Oh, cool. I mean, she gets the impression that it's probably not a friend.
No.
Okay. In that case, which bolt?
Okay, roll to attack.
Oof.
Oof.
That does not hit. I'm so sorry.
Nope.
As it just shoots straight through the underbrush past its head. Anything else?
Well, it should be higher than that, but even then, I don't think it would have hit. Or no, hold on. Is that my damage or?
Oh no, that's your attack roll. It should be. I don't know what your charisma is, but for some reason it's only adding your proficiency and not your charisma as well.
I mean, even then, it probably wouldn't have hit.
No.
So yeah, I'll go in there and fix that. But I don't think there's really anything else I could do because that is, yeah, that's an action.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I don't think I have anything that's a bonus action that I could use. So that's it.
Aster, your turn.
He's gonna drop the box of rose whistle and. Are you willing to sort of let him drop the rose whistle and move shield up?
Yes, I'll let you do that.
Okay. He won't draw a weapon this round, but that same sort of grey, misty magic coalesces around his hand, and in a very similar gesture to what Julius saw the first time. And I'm burning that inspiration to cast Guiding Bolt at advantage.
Go for it.
Yes.
Because Aster's going, what the fuck?
It's got lobster claws for arms.
Yep.
That'll hit.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
$16 points of radiant damage. You fire this guiding bolt into its stomach and it at you.
I'm checking the cast time on one more spell. That's also an action. Cool. Rip to me.
Rip.
Because I don't have anything I can do as bonus action unless I want to channel divinity, which I don't overly.
Irene then.
Okay. So because I'm up high on Malad Alex here, do I have like a line of sight? Like, can I hit this thing with a ray of frost, say, without hitting my friends because I'm so high up? Or
in theory, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do that then, because that's something I have been
and
doing.
You have
a lot.
advantage. Hey!
Nice.
That's fucking gorgeous.
Roll damage.
That makes me a happy little gnome.
So
And I'm not gonna eat a pepper this round. I'm gonna just sort of see. Oh, its speed is slowed by 10 feet because it's chilly. It's a chilly boy.
Okay, thank you.
And that's it. That's my turn because I'm just popped up here on Alex. Like, okay.
Do we still have the full attack thing in
Yes.
in use? Cool.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
as long as you don't move.
Yep.
Is that your turn, Irene?
That sure is my turn.
You blast it with its cold damage and it is unhappy. But you did not do as much damage as our small good friend child here did.
That's okay.
You've got 3 more hit points than me. It's fine.
It's funny.
And he is in his armor and has his shield up.
Does an 18 hit?
Unfortunately, an 18 does.
Okay, make a strength check. Strength saving throw. And take 11 magical damage. 11 piercing
Ow!
damage. Yes. Ouch. As it reaches down and it does a chomp.
Oh,
And
buddy.
Not only does it do a good chomp, because that should have been a nat 1,
Yeah.
it grabs Aster by the shoulder and picks him up, and you are now restrained by its mouth.
Yeah.
And you are also going to get clawed at. Does a 15 hit?
No, a 15 does not. As Aster kind of manages to shift to get the shield between.
Yeah, between yourself and the claw, but Aster is in this thing's mouth now.
That's actually okay, because I know what Aster's going to do.
Julius, your turn.
Ooh, he kind of like makes a face at that. And he is going to, as his bonus action, cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And attack the creature thingy.
Go for it.
Spiritual Weapon, here we go. 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yes.
Roll your damage.
That. 5.
5.
Sad.
5
Anyways.
force damage. What is your spiritual weapon?
It is a like golden spear basically with a red.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, do I still have that? I don't. I'm gonna have to Google it again. Hold
It's
on.
somewhere in the chat somewhere.
I don't currently have access to it, so I'm going
They're
to
real deep.
Let's see if I can find it. Here, I found it.
Okay. Please send it to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna put yeah. Can I just send it in chat?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna draw a little shape for it right now, and then I will
Thank
put it
goes.
on the thing in a second.
Yeah, that works. But yeah, he did that. And as his action, because we can do for our actions we can do cantrips, right?
Yes.
Okay. He is going to firebolt the creature then.
Roll your attack.
Alright. Firebolt. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
1 fire damage.
I'm so
fucking
proud.
sad.
So proud of him.
Hold on, I'm very desperately trying to get your spear in place. Hold on.
It's all good.
1 fire damage. It does not even seem fucking bothered by you.
Wow,
It doesn't
a whole
care.
6 points of damage, you guys.
He's doing his best.
Oh,
He really
jeez.
is.
It's just that his best is that.
At least he hit with the weapons.
Oh.
There's your spear for now. It's
God's
doing a
bless.
spear go whack.
Okay, I need
It is Nagi's turn. She is going to do.
She does have a 10-foot range on her.
Yes, she does. She does. I forgot. So she will not get up in its thing's range. She will instead just kind of over here. And an attack roll for her would be a +6. I don't have a plug-in, so I'm just going to do this by hand. That will miss.
Another
Shit.
pap.
Another pap.
Pap, pap.
Monks.
At least I know how monks work.
Yeah.
That will miss again. That will miss a third time. Fuck.
Jesus.
God damn, how has she gotten 37s?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's struggling a little bit, apparently.
Yep.
Alex, your son boy just got munched.
No!
Oh god.
Oh my god, the map is like over 1. I didn't mean for this.
You've ruined everything. Where's the monster?
Right there.
Okay.
Although possibly it's actually here.
Yeah, it's there. Because I
Oh
have to
my
do some
goodness,
shitties.
Lance.
Sorry.
So, dear heart, I have a question for you. It
Yeah.
may become a moot point, but I have a question for you.
Okay.
Considering he's in this thing's mouth.
It's not your turn yet. Hold on.
I know.
Alex, what are you doing?
Irene is still on my shoulder, yes. Or,
Yes.
She is simply
Um,
vibing.
So, but I have to like move a little bit to get a better line of sight, or
You would have to move a little bit, yes.
if I moved like, there, would that give me a better?
Yeah, that would give you a little bit better. You could shoot right by Nagi, yes.
Yes,
Then
I am
again,
also
Nagi is
very
also 5
tall.
foot even, if I recall right. So
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm almost 3 feet taller. Okay. Get that height euphoria. Let's go. Let's. I'll do a guiding bolt. Just a regular
Okay.
first level.
Roll an attack.
Lance, you are just
That
so
will hit.
hey,
That'll hit.
All right.
nice. I love guiding bolt.
12.
Okay. It does some damage.
Dimanche.
Um. And it is now glowing again. Similar to the attack Aster made, but in a different it is. I'm going to tentatively say white light. That might change.
It's just got a different flavor.
Yeah. Is that your turn, Alex?
I'm gonna just make sure Irene stays stable after the. Because I imagine there's a little recoil to
Mm-hmm.
the guiding bolt, so just making sure she's staying stable up there.
She's good, but
What
thank
a
you.
good lad. What a good fucking lad.
God
Ixalia.
bless him.
Yes. Question. With Aster being restrained, would that count for advantage? If Ixalia was flanking?
I
Because I can never remember.
it is technically as long as they're not incapacitated.
Yeah, it's gonna say.
yeah, but I think it's kind of dumb that a creature that is restrained can still give advantage.
I mean, she's got advantage on the first attack anyway, so if you want to table rule it that she doesn't get advantage, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we're gonna call it table rule. If you're restrained, you can't give advantage.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's fair, yeah.
I mean, she's still going to kind of move around to here anyway. First attack with advantage with the short sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Christ.
That will miss. I'm so sorry.
Back on my bullshit. Second attack, bonus action with the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
That one hit,
Okay.
however.
Congratulations, that will hit.
Ooh.
16 damage. Fuck.
Yup.
Tasty.
Do you get sneak attack for that?
Ally within 5 feet.
If you have advantage,
Yeah,
you
an
and
do.
it's
ally
not
within 5
incapacitated,
feet.
so it's not. It's not.
I'll let you have the sneak, but not the advantage. So
Yeah,
Okey doke.
I did that math.
Well, if you have advantage, you should get sneak attack anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on, I'm trying to do math. Okay. You do a stab and it roars, but it doesn't drop Aster. Here's a fun thing.
it has friends.
It does have friends.
Oh,
I don't
Hey,
like
of course it
things
does.
with friends. I don't like things with friends.
Yeah,
Things
same.
shouldn't have friends.
So that's why Susanna started having trouble because she developed friends.
Did you know that Siamese crocodiles can grow up to 11 feet long?
I
That's
sure did
nice.
know that, Parker.
Any more cool crocodile facts?
Crackback.
They're big and scary, and they do chomp.
They do
They do
chomp.
chomp?
That's many friends.
Oh, there's a couple friends there.
One of them is going to slither right on up to Nagi, and do a chomp. One of them's going to come at Nin, and the other one is going to.
Wait, did you say 3 crocodiles?
Yes, there are 3
Yes,
crocodiles.
Okay.
And the last one is, Julius looks squishy.
Yeah. He
Julius is a legit snack.
yeah. He has probably the least armor out of everybody in the party.
False, Irene.
Oh yeah, wizard.
Okay, at Nin.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
Make a strength check, strength saving throw, please. That will be 12 piercing damage, Nin.
Rude.
You are not restrained. Thank you. At Julius.
I don't even remember how much hit points I usually have. So,
Oh yeah.
oof. These things are hitting.
Make a strength check, Julius. Save.
Alright.
It only take 3 damage.
That's still quite a bit of my HP.
oh, I'm sorry. 3 HP? Oh no.
He has 17 HP.
Okay, but Nin has like 19.
strength
Yeah.
Save or check?
Save. And then at Nagi,
Oh,
Oof.
16.
you're fine, Julius.
Woo!
Nagi is still up. Somehow.
Thank God.
Jesus Christ. Okay. And then she also has to make a strength save.
Could you possibly argue for like a dex save instead? Because
Nope.
trying to sort of.
no rights. No rights.
No rights.
She's also fine. She gets out of the way just fine.
Yeah.
Nin, it is your turn. You just got a good munch.
Yeah, I just got fucking launched. Okay.
by an 11-foot Siamese crocodile.
Which are one of many species native to Southeast Asia.
They're almost extinct.
Well, that might change what I was going to do.
They're not almost extinct in Injera, but in real life they almost are.
No, I think I'm going to stick to my original plan. I'm going to cast Silent Image.
Okay.
Well,
What does that do?
no, actually, no, I'm not going to do that because they probably track by smell, don't they?
Yep.
All right, yeah. In that case,
They're
I'm
Crocodiles.
going to use Mind Spike on the boy who's launching me.
Okay, what does he have to do?
He has to. Well, that should be more than a
that
DC
DC
10.
is so wrong. Whatever,
Yeah,
whatever your charisma.
what
level
is up with my fucking? Anyways, yeah.
Well,
That is
it's bad at wisdom, so
it's a DC 14 save. So
well, it fails.
okay, so he takes 18 psychic damage.
It's up but unhappy.
And I don't suppose I could. I'm not launched, right?
No, you can do things. You can move. You can
Um.
an offhand
I mean-
bonus attack with a dagger or something.
Oh yeah, I can do that, can I?
Yes.
I will use my sickle.
Okay, roll an attack. That'll hit.
Nice.
You kill it.
Oh, okay.
It had 1 HP.
Sweet.
I just bury my sickle in its head, like, stop it.
That's a dead
Well,
crocodile.
it certainly does.
Did you know that dead crocodile one time had the strongest bite of any animal in the world?
Not anymore. Yeah, actually, I did know. Because it took 12 HP.
Oh my god.
I literally have an article up on my computer right now called 20 Amazing Facts About the Crocodile.
So that's my turn.
God, I love that.
Yes, that is your turn.
Dear Heart, I have a question for you.
Yes.
in its mouth, correct?
Uh-huh.
So it wouldn't be too difficult to touch.
You can touch a crocodile. Or at least a Floopdoogle.
So translation, if I
can-
were to cast Inflict Wounds,
Yes!
would I have to roll an attack roll?
Yes.
Aww.
It does have you in its mouth, so you'd have to kind of like get your hand right to hit it.
My plan was to try and force it to let go by inflict woundsing it in the mouth.
Yeah. You have to like get your hand on it while you're being chomped by a giant crocodile thing.
Crunch.
I mean, that is why I asked, because I just have to technically be able to touch it. That's my...
Mhm.
So... Straight roll that?
Yes.
Okay. Now...
Oh,
Full second level, by the way.
Fucking beautiful.
That'll hit.
fucking
As
rip.
that same lotus radiates around and then it sours as this dark crackling. It's so grey, but it's a darker. As that's going to be at second level.
Mm-hmm. Roll your damage.
Oh.
Oh.
For 39 points of damage.
Bye.
Ha!
Is that enough to force it to let go?
It will make a Constitution saving throw, but it's still standing. Yeah, it lets you go. You hit the ground.
Oofa doofa.
Did you know that crocodiles can actively change the destination of blood as it flows through its heart?
What?
I didn't.
Why? That's metal. Why don't I have that power?
Yeah.
Can that one do it too?
Floopdoogle can change the destination of blood as it flows through the heart.
Oh my god.
Do you have anything else you want to do, Aster?
It uses some of my movement to get to my feet, right?
Yes, you have your movement.
Okay, so... I think he's gonna... stumble to his feet. Now, question for you, Parker. Do you run this purely by raw, or do you run the variant rule that I've seen that you can, like, cast 2 first-level spells?
Raw.
Okay, cool. I love that.
2 first level spells at once is too OP in my opinion.
Yeah.
And besides,
That's
you cast inflict wounds at 2nd level anyway, so it wouldn't have counted.
That's fair. Speaking of, I will mark off that 2nd level spell slot.
Boy, am I glad that I like tripled Floopdoogle's HP.
Because I would have
Boy,
just
am I
splattered
glad you. I'm not glad you did.
it. I would have just splattered it,
Yes,
and I
in
would have
one
been
turn.
cranky.
Yes.
Yeah, I think all he's gonna do is, because I can't use my bonus action thing, because I can't use healing word as a bonus action because I don't have. I think all he's gonna do is mace out.
Okay. Make a swing.
He had to use some of his movement to get up, so it's just drawing the mace.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean,
Okay, so I'm gonna cast magic missile. And I'm gonna wait, hold on. How fucked up does this thing look?
it looks pretty bad. In fact, it's starting to wonder if it shouldn't skedaddle.
You know, no, I'm still gonna send all the darts at him. I'm not gonna worry about the other crocodiles just yet because it seems like the other people have a handle on that. I'm just gonna do it.
So is this one? This one's dead, right?
Yes, that one's dead.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I will-
Okay. So 3 darts, which automatically hit, which is 3d4 plus 3. 12 damage.
He's still standing, even as these like 3 little slam 1, 2, 3. Its little headdress goes flying off.
Yes.
Well, it's good to know that's not part of its body.
And I'm still not going to crunch a pepper. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. This thing looks mad. It is going to try to crunch you again. Aster?
Yep. I expected that.
How
ow.
dare!
Oof.
Yep.
Oof.
No!
Aster's looking real fucking rough.
Make another strength saving throw.
Yep. Give me a second to mark off.
Magical piercing?
Yes.
It's just got
Magical
magic
piercing.
teeth because it's a Floopdoogle, apparently.
Very
Nice.
You
As I think this time Aster kind of manages to wedge the shield between its teeth and
you
his
know.
torso. Not enough to take the brunt, but just to sort of...
Yeah, you know what's coming this time, and you manage to hold it off. Julius,
Hello, that's me.
you got crunched.
What does he have? He has something he can do. Hold on. Some traits. Oh, I thought he could do a thing. I guess not. Never mind. I must be thinking about something else. He's gonna... What is he gonna do? Because he can't really do much of that. Well, for one, he's going to move his spear
Spiritual
to
weapon?
go hit the Floopdoogle for his bonus action.
Okay.
Roll
your attack.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my sheet to work for me.
Spiritual weapon.
No.
That missed, unfortunately.
Julius.
Yeah, that's bad.
Julius, roll above a 10.
No, I refuse. So let's do as his action then, Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Wisdom save 14 on the Floopdoogle.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it!
Unfortunately.
I think that just, it doesn't affect him.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's useless.
Rip you.
Yeah.
Nagi's turn. Nagi's gonna punch an Alec crocodile. It's gonna hit a crocodile. What's her damage die right now?
D4 plus 4.
Yes, thank you. I don't know enough about her subclass to do anything fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Pap, pap, pap.
Pap. Pap. That does not hit.
No pap.
No pap.
No pap.
Also, see
like
how
a pip.
Pip.
you can hit the up arrow on your keyboard with your cursor in the chat, and then it'll re-enter the same command.
Nice. She will spend a key point to do
2 more pap.
2 more pap.
Pap, pap.
Pap.
Hey!
One of those is 1 though. So 1 more damage die to the thing. It's Angie, but it's up. Hey, Aster, does a 25 hit?
Yes. And he goes unconscious.
Oh no, son
He has 1
boy.
hit point?
Son boy!
He had 3 hit points. Nagi does minimum 5.
Yeah, as Nagi, one of Nagi's like sort of weird air punches goes a little wild, and it just an Aster in the back of the head, and he goes the fuck down. And Nagi's like,
he just sacked potatoes.
and Nagi's like, I'm sorry. Alex.
Good, it's my turn right now.
Yeah, and Sunboy just went down like sacked potatoes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
son boy.
not son boy. Not son boy.
Not on Sunny D. No.
I'm like boy.
The boy.
Our lad.
Literal 15-year-old child faces consequences for being a 15-year-old child in the middle of the swamp.
Yep.
Okay.
Not on our watch. This boy will never face
The
consequences.
bonus action? Oh hell yeah. Okay. So Alex is gonna take a step forward to Sunboy. Irene still on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, he's leaning down for this. Wait, hold on. So Cure Wounds is touch, yes?
Yes.
Can I
mean, you
just
could poke him with your foot.
Yeah, can I
Yeah,
poke him with my foot and
yes.
cast Cure Wounds?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna Cure Wounds at
Now
second
that
level.
is an action. Just so you know, that is.
Oh, I know that's an action.
Okay.
I'm aware that's an action. I've got a game plan.
Okay.
At least for right now. I'm gonna cast that at second level. So
2d8
because-
plus your wisdom modifier.
yeah. So that's 10 points of damage, and I'm going to cast as a bonus action because it's a bonus action. Shield. It's a first level Shield of Faith. And it says a shimmering field appears and
Yes.
surrounds a creature of your choice, granting it a +2 bonus to AC. So I'm gonna also cast that on Aster.
Go for it.
Son boy.
There's no roll or anything. It's just cast.
Yeah, it just happens.
And again, I think that the freckles are now showing gold as this field settles over,
Mm-hmm. Aster,
and
you
his
wake
eyes
up.
open again.
You wake up face down in mud.
Yeah. Not the worst situation he's ever been in, not gonna lie.
Excelia.
Yeah, she's just gonna wail on the.
You have advantage
Floopdoogle.
because Aster is now conscious.
Back up. So
That'll hit.
I didn't even roll it with advantage. Let me roll it again in case it was a
Yes.
natural 20. It wasn't. It's the same thing.
Nice.
11. Respectable.
11. And then bonus action with the dagger.
Yep.
Also at advantage.
How do you want to do this?
You don't get sneak on that one.
I don't get sneak attack on that one though.
How do you want to do it?
Oh, sweet. She's just gonna, short sword in one hand, dagger in the other, just kind of, sees Aster goes down, kind of growls almost, and she's just gonna jump and kind of drive both of them into its back at the same time.
Okay. The Floopdoogle gives out a screech. And then it goes down. The two remaining crocodiles, seeing their, like, big leading buddy die, are like, okay, bye! Disengage and
So,
right off.
disengage.
Yeah.
Rip the fucking Floopdoogle, am I right, lads?
Oh, fuck that guy.
And as you stand over the dead Floopdoogle, and sort of clean yourself off, from the bushes, as the sounds of battle silence, that little fish person pops its head back out from where it'd been hiding. And
Fish boy.
it looks over the party and it looks at the dead Floopdoogle and it and then it looks up at you, Exalia, and it gasps again. And you hear it start to chatter to itself, and then it like scatters over to the edge of the island, and it shouts out over the water, and then you hear a couple shouts back as 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 other fish people start to emerge from the other bank, and they look over the lake at all of you, and they start chattering, and the Floopdoogle on the island with you opens its its fins wide, and it starts shouting again, chittering and chattering. Floopdoogle, Floopdoogle, Floopdoogle is dead! Except only Ixalia, you understand what it's saying. The rest of you just hear the chittering.
Can I go
Well,
find Dougal's headdress and put it on?
Sure, make an investigation check. And as the Floopdoogle is dead, Floopdoogle is dead, Floopdoogle is dead, you hear the fish person. Yeah, you find the headdress just fine. The fish person's fin points over at Ixalia, and Ixalia, you hear it go, "Long live the mighty Floopdoogle!" And it runs over to you, and it throws its little fish arms around your legs.
Oh my
She's
God.
just at this point with her hands in the air. What the hell? Why is it hugging me?
And
Make it
now
stop hugging me.
And now the fish people, the other side of the bank, are repeating the mighty Floopdoogle, mighty Floopdoogle, and they're starting to cross the water towards you.
Julius just like backs up to where his spear is, and he's like,
Yeah. I think Asta pulls himself out of the mud and just.
They don't.
Can you
And
understand Floopdoogle, or is it?
You can understand Floopdoogle, but nothing else.
I mean, they seem
activate
chipper.
my spooky vision to see if I can understand anything the fuck is going on.
Sure. 1 second. What was the other question?
I was just kind of commenting. It was fine.
Joe, make me a perception check at disadvantage.
That's valid. Could I make an argument for a charisma-based perception check?
Sure.
Wisdom is better, but this feels like a charisma thing. So this will just be a straight charisma roll. Like, wisdom is better, I understand, but this feels more like a charisma.
You can't tell shit, but all of these little fish people seem to be fixated now on Ixalia.
Yeah.
And as they they start to hit the shore again and crawl up onto the bank, and they start to kind of surround Ixalia in like and they start to like chant like Floopdoogle, Floopdoogle. And you see they all have that same green paint on their bodies somewhere.
What the hell are they doing?
your guess is as good as ours.
I can't speak fish people, but they seem cheerful and friendly enough.
They seem to be... I don't know.
I mean, you did kill the
and I think he kind of rubs at his forehead. Miss Irene?
Yes?
Could you... Whatever it was that removed the mud, could you please...
Oh,
he looks kind of miserable.
Of course, dear. Irene will clean everybody off.
Anyone can make a religion, insight, or history check to try to figure out what the fuck is going on right now.
The best here. Oh, my history is the best.
Let's see, Julius, what you got?
I love being intelligent. I love being intelligent.
Let's do religion again. Come on, buddy. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
On it.
Just needed to.
That's appropriate.
Sort of kill something.
Nin,
with all this wisdom.
Nin, you don't know what's going on.
It's pretty standard.
But you do know that from where you're from, you know that will, intent, and belief all have power. And Ixalia, as you look over this group of fish people, you realize in one horrifying second that it is almost like worship what they are doing. This chanting, this cheering. Irene, Aster, and Julius, in this, Aster, you also get this sense of like worship going on. Irene and Julius, the two of you realize you kind of know what these fish people are. You've kind of heard about them before. They are what is known as the Kuatoa.
Kuatoa.
They are little fish people that are dumb as fuck.
I love them.
They are so dumb that they believe in things so hard they rewrite reality.
Could you give me the spelling for that, please, Parker?
Yeah, I was about to.
Thank you.
They rewrite reality with their belief. Specifically, they have a habit of deifying things that should not be deified. And as you look at the way these fish people are chanting and almost ritualistically starting to move around Ixalia,
Well,
Ixalia might be a fish person god.
Is this like a bad thing? Is this like are the vibes bad?
Not necessarily.
Okay, it's just like them misleading things. Like it's not necessarily gonna.
It's not gonna like turn her into.
She's not gonna become like a fish person or a crocodile, right? Like she's not gonna turn into the other thing, probably.
You don't know.
Well, okay.
Okay, Parker, I'm PMing you something right now.
Oh goodness, this is weird. I love that they're just.
Can Julius try something? He's gonna try and oh boy. You know what? He'll try and do a second level slot thing. He's gonna do charm person. Wait, no. Can he do that at second level? I think he can. Yes. So he's gonna try and target more than one person with this. So the downside to charm person. Oh wait, no, that wasn't the one I wanted to do. I wanted to do command. Oh my god.
What is he trying to do?
He's going to try and cast a second level command on the fish people.
The grouping of fish people is growing. Some of them have to stand in the water now because they can't reach the land.
He just wants to know if it'll work.
Okay.
Actually, he'll do it at
Sorry,
first
I got
level.
If X.
As Ixalia stood there and realizes what's going on, all of you can hear is just her going, fuck.
Miss Ixalia, I think you might be an idol at this point.
I'm kind of working that out. I do not approve.
Understandably. And on that note, Asta's gonna turn and he's gonna put a cure wounds into Nin and then one into himself.
Oh, thank you.
Could put these little fuckers to sleep if I wanted.
Probably not all of them.
Does a 6? I don't think 6 breaks your saving throw.
No, it doesn't.
So, what are you commanding 2 of them to do?
Actually, he only cast it at first level just to see if it would work, but he's commanding them to. What was it? Hold on. There was a specific thing.
So that's
to halt, basically.
Okay. You target one of them and it stops where it is.
Yeah, okay, well, he's satisfied to know that it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And that they understood it. So he's just going to, if they understood his language, he's going to step near.
Oh, wait, hold on. Does the creature have to understand your language?
You can see within range.
It has no effect if it doesn't understand your language.
Oh, then nothing happens.
Okay. Well, then I guess he won't do what he was going to do. So that answers his question. They cannot speak.
Amy, for your information, you now speak and understand Undercommon.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Do I gain a language proficiency then for that?
Yes.
Sweet.
I think it's understand. Isn't it understand undercone but can't speak it for the first one?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, you can only understand it.
That's fine. I will. I keep pressing that. Stop pressing it.
Ixalia, dear, do you think... Do you know what they're saying to you?
Yes.
Floopdoogle, Floopdoogle, all hail the mighty Floopdoogle.
It's fucking adorable.
Yeah, I can understand them. This is very weird.
One of them spots that you're holding the headdress, Nin, and it like waddles over to you and like it like holds its hands up as if wanting it.
But I found it. No. No, it's mine.
Can Julius mage hand it out of the fish person's reach? Range of 30 feet.
Yeah, if Nin will let the mage hand grab it.
If she can tell that, no, she probably would try to jerk it away.
Okay,
Make
a dexterity check.
God.
I mean,
yeah. You manage to keep a hold of it, and it kind of, and then it starts.
Just gonna hold it out of reach.
It abandons that, and it starts looking around, and it starts collecting leaves, and it like chitters to a couple of the other ones that also start collecting leaves.
They're making a new one.
They're making a new one.
They are. Very rapidly, they somehow produce one of these headdresses out of colorful leaves, and they one of them approaches you, Ixalia, and like gets down on its knees and offers you this new leafy headdress.
Never in my life have I regretted killing something more. What do I do? Suggestions, please, somebody.
Well, they're offering you a gift. I take it.
Or we can just push through them and keep walking. That is always an option.
That seems a little rude.
Well, they're being rude, kind of forcing you to be there, eh?
I don't think they're being rude. They're just trying to be friendly. But I think we should just start walking and see what happens.
As you're debating, the one holding the headdress, like its hands sort of droop, and it looks down at the headdress, and one other one like kind of swacks it and goes, "No, not anymore. New thing, new thing, new thing, new thing," and like the cry of like "new thing" like echoes around, and a couple of them sort of scatter off as if looking for new offerings.
Okay, now why do I feel bad about this?
I'm sure they have the attention span of a goldfish.
Okay,
so maybe
I've just noticed the names and the roles in chats.
I was wondering if you changed that or not.
I did.
It is not me. That was Joe and Parker.
I changed the role. Parker changed the name.
I have a role and everything.
You have a role that you cannot remove.
Right, of course I do.
No.
On the plus side, it is also a role that supersedes jail. So.
Oh, hi, all the mighty Floopdoogle.
No more jail for Amy.
To be fair, you barely ever go in jail.
I only end up in jail when I deserve it.
Enough for your sins.
Yeah, there is this.
Do you guys want an image of what Kurtor looked like? Because I bet you will not think they're cute.
Uh-oh. Yes?
Do it.
I feel like I've seen them before, but...
I've definitely seen them before, but I don't remember.
I don't know.
I've only skimmed through the Beast Handbook, like, once.
I'm gonna have to head off soon as well, folks. It's like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh,
but you're the Floopdoogle.
Yeah.
Can't leave. You're the fucking Floopdoogle.
So glad I stuck around past the end of the fight.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's gonna be Amy. If Amy leaves, oh god.
Also, Parker, thank you for letting me just. No,
Oh,
you're not
those are
gonna let me go, motherfucker.
Those are really cute. What are you talking about?
What?
Okay, but imagine them as
Wait.
slimy.
Wait. Parker, do the
I
voice
mean-
again.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
like they're ugly cute.
No,
They're
they're still
like
cute. They're
little-
still fucking cute.
They're like hamsters if they were fish.
I fucking love them. I'm actually, there's tears on my face.
A good portion of them scatter looking for a new thing, quote unquote.
New thing?
If
Yeah.
this is the
I
time,
think
to
Ash
start
is just
moving,
gonna
I
pick
think-
the box back up and.
Let's go right now. Let's go right now. Let's just
We
leave.
should probably go
Yep.
while they're
Yeah.
busy.
And I think as he's passing Ixalia, you might just tap her on the shoulder and you might be able to stave it off.
I don't know that I want to hurt them or scare them. I just want them to stop worshipping me.
Can
They're kind of-
Julius just
There's a sympathetic pat on the shoulder.
are there still? There's a bunch of them still around Ixalia, right?
There's a handful, and as you start to move, they're like, where go?
Can he just go and point in the opposite direction, and be like Floopdoogle?
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Damn it.
Jesus Christ.
Persuasion with disadvantage?
Now this has been going for him.
Yeah. Well, he does have a high persuasion. Hey, 16.
Hey!
Not
He
bad.
rolled, no, he rolled a 10, but he still ended up with a roll above a 10.
Unfortunately, they kind of look at you and blink, and they chatter amongst each other. And then Ixalia, you hear they come to the conclusion of false prophet.
Oh, I love it when that.
Ixalia, dear, maybe you should say something to them.
What? Such
Say
as?
something. Just go over there, or thank you for your kindness, but I have to go, you know.
Okay, well, you're very kind, and I'm sure you're very lovely, but I need to go. We have things to do. You just stay here and do your thing. And she just pauses and waits.
Do you do any hand motions, or you just speak to them?
Yeah, no, there are definitely hand motions where she's pointing to herself and motioning to move away and pointing to them and kind of making a stay gesture.
Make a persuasion check.
Okey-doke.
Oh, God.
Oh.
They kind of chatter, and they go, stay. Floopdoogle says stay. And they seem to sort of settle themselves in.
See, that was easy. You've got a natural way with people.
Wait, she's gonna reach into a pouch and kind of her belt and kind of poke around for something and come out with a piece of ribbon, tie it round an arrow, and then hand the arrow to the one closest to her.
The one closest to you was the original one.
Yep.
And you hand it to it, and it takes it in its one of its little hands, and it looks at it, and you just gift, Floopdoogle, give gift, and it holds the thing up and it waves to the other ones, and the other ones are like, ooh.
I genuinely cannot tell if that was a good idea or not.
You gave them a blessed arrow.
Felt wrong not to give them something.
You hear one of them start to chatter about how the one you gave an arrow to is a blessed one.
God damn.
You should probably get going now.
Yeah.
Okay, now is the
Yeah.
time to walk very quickly in a direction that does not involve fish people.
Yep.
We should keep moving towards Shade's Gallows. That's... And I think Asta's gonna continue taking point. possibly still relying on Exolia to lead, to give direction.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you head further into the swamp, and I think that's where I'm gonna call session.
Yay!
Excellent.
We survived Floopdoogle.
Nin definitely
fucking-
puts the Floopdoogle hat on as soon as
The
they're away
moment-
from
The
Quatoa.
moment you said you can understand what they say, I'm just like, I am so fucked.